probably does now.
He didn't hear the piece. They were sold out. In today's world.
Yeah.
He gives
had every single Jack Daniels driver except the OG. I was like, come on here. But he had the liquor covered, buddy. Crown Royal, Jack Daniels.
No problem.
Good time.
Yeah, great to that. All right, how about to the long shots of the favorites? Let's take a look as odds makers get ready for this race. And we're going to look at the favorites first while you guys roll on. You're going to make your pick in a moment. Larson Blade, Tyler Reddick, who won last year. Hamlin, interesting. There's Bell on the list. Josh Berry, see where he is a little bit down the list. And then we go to the long shots. And this is a tough board because it's not an easy place to win. Eric Jones, Todd Gilliland there. Anybody on there? Well, long shots.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day, because I sure am. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good race day. It's going to be a good day of race. Going to be a good race on this day. Going to be a good day with this race. Going to be a good race day. Going to be a good day race. Going to be a good... that's all I got. How the hell is everybody doing today? Today we have the Straight Talk Wireless 400 from fucking Homestead, Miami Speedway at Homestead, Florida. It's race number fucking, what is this race on the year? 6? Yeah, it's race 6 on the year. Race number 6 of 36, so I got 30 races to go. I actually think it's 31, including today. But yeah.
Head up to the booth to call the race. Should be. I hope we have the same kind of wild racing. Show him which way to the beach too. By the way,
I can't show him anywhere. He's constantly lost.
This is one of my favorite races. I love calling this race, Kevin. We're in for another good one, folks.
Good. It's one of my favorite cities. William Bowman will join us in just a moment as they head up to the booth. There's more flags, Clint, to call the race. Thanks for staying with us.
Hey racing fans, DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered on all your NASCAR betting action this season. From race winner to matchups and everything in between. This week, DraftKings has an exclusive offer for racing fans. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code TRACK when you sign up. And you can download Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour podcast on your favorite platform to stay up to date on all the storylines on and off the NASCAR track. The crown is yours.
Well, damn.
In 10 years, Lisa Schneider will have an amazing second act, thanks to career reskilling courses from AARP to help make sure her income lives as long as she does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Weeding is the worst. But now, there's Spruce. You'll see visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day. And it's safe for use around people and pets. Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer.
The battle for seconds rages on.
But yeah, got 400 miles in front of us today from Homestead, Miami Speedway. Also, IndyCar is today. Did IndyCar already happen?
The latest trends. Double denim is back. So chic.
Oh yeah, the race is, well, it's about to happen. It's going to be competing directly up against NASCAR. So.
The highly trained deal-making professionals who travel far and wide to hustle the best of the best for you. We get the deals. You get the good stuff. Marshalls. Subway's $6.99 for literally any foot-long deal is headed to overtime. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now in the Subway app. Use code $6.99FLNOW. Deals only here until April 2nd.
Come on, Charlie. Use your new door. Let's go. I said go. Silly dog. I'm gonna trade you for a cat.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It's the fastest, most unpredictable speedway on Earth.
Iron made this place. Mine, smelted, forged. And every spring, we gather around and celebrate. Iron, sharpening iron. But in order to take it all home, you need nerves of steel. The big one is back. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Since 1925, the Goodyear blimp has been inspiring fans to look it up. Keep driving.
But yes, so from Homestead today, green flag is at 3:12. So almost about half an hour here, a little over 25 minutes. Stage 1 is, the stages are just like last week. Stage 1 is 80 laps. Stage 2 is 85 laps. So that'll be lap 165. And then the final 102 laps is the final stage. The fuel run is 61 to 68 laps. So in every stage, if it were to go green, you would have to make a green flag pit stop. I am assuming in the first 2 stages, they're probably just going to split it in half. I'd assume that you'd start seeing guys pit around lap 40, the 40 lap mark of the stage. And yeah, 0% chance of rain. We do not have Jaden in the stream today because once again, just like yesterday at the Xfinity race, he is at the race today. This is Jaden's first race weekend. Happy for him. I'm happy for him. He's already met Kyle Busch. He's already met many drivers. What is this? This is cool.
I'm here with Jamie McMurray. Thank you. Nice to see you. Hey, 8 career wins. You all on 8 different tracks, so you're very versatile. How about Miami? This mile and a half. What are your chances today?
Yeah.
And there's Jaden. I can't hear you, but the stream continues. Okay, bye. Bye, Jaden.
You guys are all on camera, so don't mess this up. Yeah, Noah's going to do something dumb. We all know that. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's we've got a good car on the short run. Have some work to do on the long run, but our Ally 48 Camaro has been pretty decent. So excited about today's race. This is a really fun place to race and a cool atmosphere. So ready to get going.
Well, Alex, I kind of wanted to know about your car, but then when I saw you on this parade, I want to know where you are, what you're doing, and who the last guy is you want standing next to you on that.
Noah.
That's right.
I mean, that's always the answer to that question. But yeah, I mean, I think there's enough people here to keep him from doing anything too dumb. So yeah, it's been an interesting ride along. You know, a little different this year. They've changed it up, but yeah, glad to be here.
Hopefully you're ahead of that group when it comes to the finish line today. Hey, can I, Alex, kind of an overview question of the season so far, and talked about it here with the guys on the pre-race show, just how competitive it's been. And very aggressive, some mistakes here or there, but it seems like guys are really going for it. Do you have any thoughts on why it just seems in the first 5 races we haven't had a runaway winner? We've had lead changes. Any thoughts on that and how that might play out today?
Yeah, honestly, I think that's just cup racing these days. I think it's gotten incredibly aggressive, incredibly difficult. The field has gotten closer and closer and closer, and everybody's really good. So, yeah, I think today anything can happen. I mean, you watched a guy yesterday lead by like 20-something seconds and not win.
Yeah, Jaden joined the stream just to continue his streak of cup race streams that he has joined.
We've had a good start to the year, and I think we can be solid today.
What about your approach heading into today? This track, obviously, really benefits the guys that are right on the wall and take that risk. We saw Kyle do that yesterday. You mentioned had a 15-second lead before the caution came out. What's your approach heading into this? A little bit of a longer race.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Cup car is certainly more durable than it used to be, but it's still a little bit fragile with like right rear toe link stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot of speed on the wall. We saw that in practice. And honestly, we were able to run the wall really well here in the test and make a lot of speed last fall. And really struggled with it yesterday with our race car. So hopefully we've made the right tweaks to be able to do that. Because it just takes care of the tires so much more over the course of the long run. So yeah, I think we're all going to be up there. It's definitely it's something we're just going to have to live with and figure out how to do cleanly.
Yeah, and we haven't had a pole sitter win a cup race. Well, I guess the last time was last year here.
What's up, Lucas? How you doing?
So no, he's in good shape, and you got to choose that first pit stall. So maybe just talk about the starting position, how you take advantage of that over 400 miles.
Yeah, for sure. I think pit stall 1, clean air to start.
Bowman's just awkwardly standing there waiting for this interview to finish.
Especially with how our car was on the long run, I think we need to take care of the tires a lot because we just wore the tires out really quickly.
Who do I have winning? I have Tyler Reddick winning, so yes. Our win picks for today, like I said, have Tyler Reddick winning, Kyle Larson, Jaden has Kyle Larson winning, and Dom has Ryan Blaney winning.
We'll let you get back. We're standing, Jamie and I are standing right by your car on the grid, so we'll let you go.
Dom's starting spot for his little betting thing at work is 4th, so that's Chase Briscoe.
To the actual
and yeah,
walk around to, well, the honesty. We wish him luck. All right, let's check and see. How about the grid around? Let's see. Michael Walter does the grid walk. Where is Michael? Michael, take it away.
Chris, down here, I'm with Denny Hamlin and Joaquin Neiman. Denny, you're a big golf guy. Joaquin, you're a South Florida guy. The Live event is next week on Fox in Miami.
What's up, Daniel Barry? Happy race day.
Next week, so yeah, I'm excited to get going. The first event in the U.S. So yeah, to see the best golfer.
It looks like it's getting a little cloudy, but it said there's 0% chance of rain. But it said that it wasn't even supposed to be cloudy.
Yeah, it's been great. I heard you're a good
It said it's supposed to be
golfer,
sunny.
Yeah, I can get it done every now and then.
Come on.
Denny, explain his game to me.
I mean, if he's the Michael Jordan of golf, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, no rain.
Who's really bad?
So.
Scottie Pippen?
No, he's not bad, but yeah, it doesn't relate. This guy's got like a 50% win percentage.
I love Scottie Pippen.
This year, so.
That's crazy. How are you doing?
I'm at 0% right now. Thank you for asking.
Oh, my fault. That progressive, that looks good down the side of your car. Congratulations on your new partnership. Don't act like your parents, but in your case, I would say do act like yours because you've got some issues.
I understand. I agree with everything you're saying.
Well, thanks for your time, Joaquin. Have fun in Miami, and I can't wait to watch you on Fox.
The fuck was that handshake?
All right, let's see what's next. Here's Kyle Busch. Y'all mind if I photobomb? It's Michael Waltrip, Fox Sports. I know this is sponsor stuff, and sponsors are big. You got your bank of odds there. How's your day yesterday, and how much are you looking forward to today?
I mean, my day was pretty easy yesterday. I got kicked out of the CW booth, but no, it was fun last weekend doing that. Here this weekend, back in the race car, ready to kick some butt today.
Now, you're going to run an inch off the wall. Tell the fans at home how hard that is and how frustrating it can be.
It takes a little while to find that judge. Once you find that judge of where the right side of the car is to the fence, that's when you hit it. Then you know how far and how close you need to be every other lap.
How cool is it standing with a future Hall of Famer?
Excited!
He's the man. Good. Hey, Justin, how you doing? Everything good?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Just doing a little bit of the grid walk. Joaquin Neiman's here. Live Golf is on Fox. Do you enjoy golf?
Dude, game has been pushed back to 3. 3 or 4.
Amazing. Joaquin just told Denny Hamlin I won the first.
You like
event.
Michael Waltrip's grid walk? Yes, I do.
The road here in Jupiter, and that was a pretty big moment for me here on Fox TV.
Yeah, I got you. We'll have to play sometime at the 500 Club.
I love the 500
Phone
Club.
on D&D. No one fucking bother me.
It's
It's race day.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'm at a racetrack with a race car, so plan on racing.
Love it. Short and to the point. This is like golf. You can be his height or my height, and either way, you're good. You can be good at it. Or I was marginal, but I was good. Reddick, how you doing?
Hey, doing good. How are you?
They said real quick. You are real quick. You love this track. Are you ready to go?
Always ready to rip the boards every time.
I love you ripping the boards. Is that what it's going to be about today?
I thought it was real quick, but yeah, I think for
But
sure.
it was real quick.
It looks like from yesterday, yeah, it looks more that way, more so than it's been years past.
All right, get her going. I'm going to throw it back to Chris Myers. You want to do it?
Back to you, Chris.
Time now. Thank you very much. Time now for opening ceremonies.
Please rise as you are able. Remove your hats and veterans render a hand salute as the Olympic Heights High School Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome from Christ Journey Church, Pastor Ryan Reed.
Will you pray with me? Father, we thank you for the gift of this day. We invite your blessing over this special time with family and friends. We honor you as we celebrate racing and competition. Father, we ask for your safety over every driver and every team. Lord, we also ask for your merciful protection over our nation's military personnel and first responders, especially those who worked so diligently to fight the Homestead wildfire. Lord, your grace is always more than enough for us, and your mercies endure forever. We offer this prayer to you in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Special Operations Command South in Homestead, Florida, Sergeant William Fisher.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
America! America! Fuck yeah! Coming to save the motherfucking day, yeah! He was a lot better than the girl who sang yesterday.
Put it all on the line. Let's go, baby, to see who rules the court. Starting March 31st, live from Las Vegas with the best announcers. The College Basketball Crown on Fox and FS1. Buy your tickets today at vividseats.com.
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking about our honeymoon. What about Africa? Safari, hot air balloon ride, swim with elephants. Wait, can we afford a safari?
Great question. Like everything, takes a little planning.
Or put the money towards a down payment
On a ranch
in Montana.
with horses.
Let's take a look at those scenarios.
JP Morgan Wealth Management has advisors in Chase branches and tools like Wealth Plan to help keep you on track. When you're planning for it all, the answer is JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Your cheeseburger deserves a nice big slice of our Sargento family legacy. You can taste over 70 years of our family commitment to high quality, real, natural cheese in every bite. You have our word on it, you have our name on it. Sargento, a promise you can taste.
If you want tiny value meals, go elsewhere. If you want crispy fish or chicken with an upgrade to large fry and drink for just $6.99, head to Arby's. We have the meats.
I fell in love with South Florida and Miami. Stretch it out, stretch it out. Back when I was at University of Miami.
Fun baking down this racetrack.
And when it makes it a lot of fun. I can't stand cold weather. I can't stand cold water. You come down to Miami and the Keys, the water is crystal clear. Various cultures and the diversity. I mean, Miami, you get anything and everything, whatever you want. I want to be right here.
Thank you, Coach Jimmy Johnson, for getting us going here on a beautiful day in South Florida. Fox Sports presents the Straight Talk Wireless 400. The Trophy Bees this season. Well, there's Alex Bowman. That starts with B. He starts from the pole. Josh Berry with a B. He's been to victory lane. Ryan Blaney has been competitive, looking for victory lane.
Damn, boy.
Which William Byron found in the Daytona 500. Now, our last 7 mile-and-a-half oval races have all seen different winners.
They should do the option tire next week at Martinsville. I don't think they will, but I think they should.
In its last 9 races. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. One of those 9 races, to my immediate left, Kevin Harvick won a championship here at Homestead Miami Speedway. So, we've talked a lot about how everybody wants to ride the wall if they can. What is the risk versus reward ratio of doing that?
Well, I've been telling you guys, you have to take some risk here, and I think you can get away with some of that with this car. It's a little bit tougher than the previous generation cars, but there is a line that's too far to cross and break a toe link or knock a fender off the thing, and then that puts you in a really bad spot. But today, you're going to have to take a risk because Kyle Larson is going to. He's going to ride right next to the wall. Tyler Reddick, some of these guys are really good at it.
Well, you took my two drivers. Those guys, we have road course ringers in this sport. We have wall riding ringers, and those two do it better than the rest. But this track is extremely challenging. To be able to ride within an inch of the wall for 267 laps, I'll tell you how hard it is. The best guy to do it, Kyle Larson's led 600 laps, over 600 laps here, been here 11 times and is only on one race. That's how hard it is.
Larson was going for the three-peat this weekend. He won the truck race Friday night. On a late restart yesterday, he got jacked up, and it's hard to accelerate when your rear wheels are not on the ground. Long runs. Are we going to see that today, and how is that going to affect what happens? We haven't had green flag pit stops all year.
Yeah, believe it. Yeah, I think you're going to see some green flag pit stops, and with the way that this racetrack is and the way that the tires are wearing out, the sun is out today, we could see some varying strategies as we get towards the end of this as to what's faster with multiple pit stops. But the tires are going to wear out, the cars are going to slide around, they're not going to go through traffic well. There's nothing that's going to be too much fun other than if you have the fastest car.
Well, that fastest car can be beat. Just talked about Larson, saw it last weekend. He led the most laps, did not win the race. Caution came out at the wrong time. They never got the track position back, never saw him again for the rest of the race. That can happen, just like it did yesterday in that Xfinity race for him. It can happen to Larson. That's how you beat these guys.
Well, that'll spread things out. I mean, you can't beat yourself.
You can't beat yourself, but all year we've seen these guys beat themselves on pit road or on restarts or whatever the case is. So don't beat yourself today, and you'll have a chance to win this race.
37 drivers at the ready on a beautiful day here in South Florida to go racing. Big crowd, long line of cars waiting to get in here earlier. We're ready to go. Let's go trackside.
Homestead, Miami Speedway. Give a big NASCAR welcome to Bradley Chubb. He's a two-time NFL Pro Bowler and an outside linebacker for your Miami Dolphins. And he's ready to say the most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Bradley.
Miami, are y'all ready? I said, Miami, are y'all ready? Drivers, start your engines.
Engines are fired. Fire them up, boys. Them engines are fired. Getting ready to go real fast and left for the next almost 4 hours.
7 engines roar to life as these drivers get set to tackle the progressive bank. Mile-and-a-half over.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for those new sneakers they need. The unlimited streaming who needs. And with Straight Talk, spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G network. Sign up at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and whatever this is. Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars, like this one, and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
ACE's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at ACE. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter one wolf, chances are there's a pack.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick before the race starts.
The same applies to beer. Head for the mountains of Bush.
Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. There's the Miami skyline. We're about 35 miles to the south alongside Homestead Air Force Base. As Alex Bowman leads them off pit road, 37 strong as we get ready to roll here. All right, let's get a word with our pole sitter before he rolls off at speed here.
Let's do it, guys. Alex Bowman, it's Boyer and the boys up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, man. How's it going?
It's going great. Even better for you. They call you the showman. You stole the show yesterday in qualifying, right at the end of qualifying. Sets you up for a great day today. How do you keep this 48 up front and out of the fence?
Yeah, for sure. That's easier said than done. This is a tricky place, you know. You can make a lot of speed through the middle early in the run, but we all kind of see at the end of the run, you got to run the fence. So yesterday I felt like we were really good for 15 or so, and then just struggled to be able to make speed against the wall. It was quite a bit too tight, so hopefully Blake and the guys on this Ally 48 have made the right adjustments to be there on the long run today.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the time. Good luck out there.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's take a look at the Straight Talk Wireless starting grid for today's race. Bowman from Tucson, Arizona has his 9th Cup Series pole and his first at Miami. He's in a Hendrick Chevrolet. In the Wood Brothers Sport, starting right alongside from Hendersonville, Tennessee, last week's winner, Josh Berry, ties his best career start.
Well, let's get a word with him. Josh Berry, Kevin, and the guys up in the Fox booth. You got that car to victory lane last week for the Wood Brothers on the front row again today. What's the risk versus reward for you today? What's the plan, buddy?
Yeah, no, I feel like we have a solid car. Obviously, want to take care of it. Yeah, just ride the momentum that we've built over the last few weeks.
Oh, Josh Berry starts second. I didn't even realize that.
Never know we can find ourselves in position again. So just everybody on this 21 team's been doing a great job. So thank you to Dex Imaging and Ford, and we're going to go have some fun today.
All right, man. Well, good luck ripping the fence today. Have a good time. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
Now, row number 2, Noah Gregson was the 5th driver to qualify, and he had the pole until Bowman and Berry caught a cloud late. He'll start 3rd. Chase Briscoe has wins here in the Trucks and the Xfinity Series. He'll start 4th. Row number 3, William Byron, and on his outside.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, yesterday I saw that there was only 3 brackets remaining. Now there's only 2.
To the day for him and Austin Cindric on his outside.
Of like the 25 million submitted.
Row number 5, we've got Bubba Wallace, who was fast in practice, and a guy who's always pretty good here in this Gen 7 car, AJ Allmendinger. Row 6, we've got Chris Buescher, always solid, and Joey Logano, who won here in 2018.
Row 7, Ty Gibbs was fast in practice, and there is Kyle Larson, the 2022 winner here. Regan Smith.
Well, Mike, we've talked all about it all day today, risk versus reward. We all know Kyle Larson is going to take the risk every single time. Sometimes that reward pays off. Unfortunately, here it's only paid off once, as you just mentioned, in 2022. I asked crew chief Cliff Daniels, what is the message to your team when your driver comes to a track that we know he is so very good at? He said the message is simple today. We still have to earn it. We have to do everything right on pit road. We have to make the right calls. We have to put Kyle in the position to where he can use his talent, run it up against that wall. Keep an eye on that 5 car today. He's going to be fun to watch.
Row number 8, Carson Hocevar in a 77, and on his outside, Christopher Bell. Keep an eye on him.
Row 9, we've got Zane Smith, and a guy who has top 10s in the last 3 races, Chase Elliott.
In the 10th row, Riley Herbst makes his first Cup start at Miami, and Tyler Reddick, last year's winner. Here's Jamie Little.
We've come to one of the best racetracks for Tyler Reddick. Not only
did he win both of his Xfinity Series championships right here by winning the race. As you mentioned, last year in October, he had the move of the race, winning on the last lap, getting his first Cup win here at Miami. Now, no doubt he is going to be a threat again today. Car was very good, very similar setup as in October, but the team told me in qualifying he got a little aggressive. That risk versus reward you're talking about got into that outside fence. He'll start 20th, so keep your eye on that 45. I think we're going to have a show today between
Sam
him.
picks, I got Tyler Reddick winning. And then Jaden has Kyle Larson and Dom has Ryan Blaney. And then Dom's starting spot for his little work betting thing is 4th, which is Chase Briscoe.
Track that has little to no grip. These cars will be sliding around from green flag to checkered. Even the driver leading the race, his car will be driving far from perfect. Crew chiefs will be making adjustments on that chassis every single trip to pit road. Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car. Let's show you some of the adjustments they'll be making. It has to do with wedge in the rear of the car. You can adjust it left rear or right rear. But on the right rear, when you screw
This
down,
Jaden, man.
you can wedge
It ain't the
out.
same without Jaden.
When you back it
You
off,
guys are
you
awesome, though,
put the
too.
wedge in, that's it loose. Let's go underneath the car and show you exactly what's going on when you're screwing on that wedge wrench. You see the
Not that you guys aren't good enough. You guys are plenty good enough.
down, it pushes that shock off, compresses the spring.
I just hope
Wedge out,
Jaden's having fun,
you
man.
back it off, you pull that shock off back out.
This must be what you
That's
guys feel like when I go to a race and I'm
You can
not
make
streaming.
those adjustments on the left rear or the right rear, guys, but it's a constant balance not to have the car too tight, not turning, but not too loose.
For last, you're picking for last place.
There you said balance, and that's the key to this racetrack, keeping a neutral balance.
My pick
on
for
that
last
racetrack.
place is
All
Riley
the cars
Herbst.
are going to feel loose. It's hot, slick, old surface. We know that story. But if you tighten that thing up and go over the line and you have those front tires not turning, you're in trouble, Kevin.
Yeah, it's a tough racetrack as we look at the weather right here. It's an absolutely perfect day today.
All right.
78 degrees, light winds. We've got some clouds in and out. That'll
Pace car's coming
if
off.
those clouds go away and that sun comes out, that could put some
No, no,
confusion
no, it's
into
not.
these guys,
No,
with
it's
what they're
not.
feeling in their cars.
Lights are back on. Or maybe they were never off and I just didn't. And I'm just stupid. One more pace lap. One more pace lap and then we'll go.
66 to 70. Let's get back to Larry and talk race strategy here.
Yeah, this is our straight talk wireless race strategy. Manage your tires. Get all you can when they're new, but don't abuse them early. Don't jump the cushion. You have to run the walls. The guys
I just hate everything about Riley Herbst.
But it's so easy to get in that wall and damage your race car.
Like
You
no
need to be
redeeming
good on the
qualities
long
about
run.
him.
It's a delicate balance between short run speed and long run speed, but we know this race normally has some long green flag runs.
Teams have 9 new sets of tires, and there's qualifying scuffs. That's one more set than last week to work with. There's some radio from Bubba Wallace.
All right, boys, great job yesterday. Really good car. Looking forward to today. Long run on tires. Attack when we need to, manage when we need to. Make sure we take care of it up on the wall. We'll see it all the way through to stage 3 this week. Look forward to the end of the race here. Yeah, sounds good.
We've got 5 drivers we'll be riding along with on today's FS1 coverage. Here is William Byron. Is Valvoline Chevrolet. We'll have the rear spoiler cam looking forward there. We'll get some up-close shots of that outside wall. And here is Austin Cindric, Ford Performance Cam, with a 360-degree view of Austin at work. 54 will be the Toyota cam on board Ty Gibbs, and that's the front bumper cam you're looking at on the right of your screen.
Got a lot better weekend for him this starting off here. Keep an eye on Ty Gibbs.
And coming off a third-place finish last week, Ryan Preece, BuildSubmarines.com. Camera on board his number 60 and his boss, Brad Keselowski. The next Lizette cam with a spoiler cam.
All right. Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Homestead.
Yeah, and we've seen that all weekend. That bottom lane just fires off better than the out lane. It's a lot easier for those guys to get grip on those.
Beer time.
We're off to the races. Blaney on the outside. We watch Briscoe already.
What do I think Ty Gibbs does in the next 5 years? Probably stays at Gibbs.
Right there, and I thought you were getting ready to call a horse race. I was getting
But
excited.
I think he does get some wins.
These guys are excited. Look at the lane.
I think he'll have a kind of like Austin Dillon-esque career.
Oh, spinner almost. One car control, sheet to the back of the field. However, we are able to continue, and that was the 49 Custer.
So Cole Custer lost control, but we stay
That
green.
immediately jams everything up, and you see all the lanes that these guys can choose from, especially in turns 1 and 2. You can do the same thing down in turns 3 and 4, but the end result is going to be up against the fence to be fast in this corner down here.
Tire management. You cannot stress it enough, and it starts right here. Get this thing sorted out. Try to get to track position, because obviously this is the best chance to do it when everybody's bunched up. But be easy on those tires.
And that's so hard because you have to keep your track position in order to be where you want to be with this car. So you have to use the car enough to be able to try to defend yourself and put yourself in that position. And really what that means is don't slide the back of the car. Don't slide the front of the car. More the back than the front. Because every time you slide the back of that car, it's just taking life away from the tire.
Remember, this track is progressive banking. The top groove is the steepest. The bottom groove is the shortest, but the shallowest. It should all even out by the time you get to the end of the corner. Sometimes it does, but often that top groove is the fast groove.
Well, that presents the problem, Mike, and I'm glad you said that. You can't just drive through them. Once they're locked on that wall, you get to them. We've seen it with Larson, saw it yesterday in the Xfinity race. Eventually, you got to do a slide job or do something to move out of that preferred green on the outside.
Well, we see Kyle Larson right here, and indubitably, he's the best guy up against the fence. He and Tyler Reddick, and that puts a lot of pressure on those guys in the rest of the field when they have to get up there against the fence and try to make the lap time that those guys make. And that's when we see guys get themselves in trouble that aren't as good at it as those two.
Well, clearly we just witnessed a podcast word of yours, Kevin. There's no chance that your vocabulary owns that word, so impressive.
Indubitably. All right, Tyler Reddick went up to the top to pick up the 9 of Chase Elliott. Here is Elliott going after Kyle Larson and getting it done. Christopher Bell just ahead.
Well, you see the speed right there.
Shut up,
that
Harvick.
Tyler Reddick had through the middle of the corner. As you see
Shut up.
Blaney
Shut up.
this,
Shut up.
this
Shut up.
place right there off the bottom.
Shut up.
You got a lot of
Shut
options,
up.
but I'm telling you guys, the more you run the bottom in
Shut your fucking mouth,
the
bitch.
life is coming off the tires. You have to keep that thing as high as possible, as much as possible, or you're going to fall off
Shut up,
soon.
bitch.
Well, look at
There you
Kyle
go.
Larson. There's nobody that has more time on this racetrack, seat time, than him. In the truck race and the Xfinity race, he's being easy on these tires. He's being very patient on the takeoff at the start of this race.
Nobody's led more laps here than Kyle Larson.
Blaney battling for the lead. Bowman's going to keep it.
In the Cup Series.
Leading laps, you might have a new leader here, getting into one, Blaine to the inside.
And that's exactly what you want to do. In my opinion, the best way to finish this pass is to get to that quarter panel in whatever the strong corner is of your car and make that pass with a slide job. You didn't see Blaney finish that pass, and that's what allows people to keep up and is the frustrating part of what happens today.
Now watch the 5 at the bottom of your screen. Watch the wall. Watch the contact.
Only found it. We know that's already done. But love this battle up front. You're going to have to be careful here if you're Blaney, because Barry is coming on the outside. If that car gets side by side and you're driving down the straightaway or both of the leaders now, he won't be able to do the old twofer, Kevin.
And if I'm sitting on the pit box, I want my driver to be aggressive, just like Kyle Larson is. I think that you can get away with a lot of risk here, taking a lot of risk. This car is very durable when it runs up against the wall like that.
Here we are for the lead off turn number 4. Blaney trying again, but on the high side, Bowman with the edge.
Doesn't surprise me. Didn't see the speed out of this 12 car yesterday in practice, but certainly knows how to get around this place. All but had it won last year.
So those 8 laps, the first laps that Bowman has led on this speedway. Ryan Blaney goes to the front. Ford Chevy Ford at the front. Only one driver had to start at the back. That was Aaron Jones, who had damage to the underbody in practice yesterday. Coming around a complete lap number 9, Ryan Blaney out front in Homestead.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual.
And another full screen commercial break. Gotta love that.
Or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee where freedom is on road or off, where it's a front row seat to the city.
But Ryan Blaney
or
is taking the
second row
lead.
seat, maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
Right now during the Jeep Celebration event, get $2,500 total cash allowance on 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee models. See your local Jeep brand dealer today.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after. That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
We got the house! Don't worry about the driving with Pods. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready. Then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
America has fallen in love with these farmers.
We hit the jackpot, y'all.
The ladies head down to the farm.
They're not gonna attack me.
If they do, we'll make some chicken soup. But not everyone is ready to get down.
I certainly thought this was going a different way.
An all-new Farmer Wants a Wife, Thursday on Fox.
If you work with brick, stone, block, pavers, or tile, then the dedicated staff at Paragon Supply is here to lend a hand. We've been helping contractors like you build Syracuse since 1888. With over 3 acres and 10,000 square feet, we're able to house all the best names in the business. Techoblock, Belden, Belgard, and more. Plus, we have the masonry supplies you need and the in-stock inventory to get it delivered to your job site on time. Visit ParagonSupply.com.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
Cream on the left, one more episode. Cream on the right, we crushed the whole series.
Yes! Oh, that was really good.
Orient, stay playful.
You can get a Wendy's double stack or JBC for just $1 in the app all March Madness. If a deal could dunk, these fresh burgers would be on every highlight reel. Good deals can't dunk. They're founding. For the freshest deals around, gotta be Wendy's.
Brian Blaney leads the Straight Talk Wireless 400 at Homestead Miami Speedway. Josh Berry up to second spot ahead of pole sitter Alex Bowman. Today's aerial coverage provided by Goodyear since
I love the videos that Jaden is sending me.
has been inspiring.
I'm a simple man. You show me a video of loud race cars and I'm happy.
14 complete. Blaney with a 1-second lead over Berry, Bowman, and Briscoe. And here's the 5 again. Close encounter with the outside wall.
Yeah. Oh wow, Larson. Yeah, he actually scraped that wall a bit.
Finding out how thick that right rear quarter panel is, but he's put that thing to use this weekend, rubbing it up against the wall.
Second place, Bowman coming back after last week's winner, Josh Berry.
Got Berry and Bowman battling for second. Bowman will keep it.
Get passed, and then they move around and find somewhere else on the racetrack, pass the guy back. About the time you thought that they were going to drive away from the car or truck that they were racing with, the other guy figures it out and makes it happen and gets back by the guy that just passed him.
So Ford, Chevy, Ford. Here's the first Toyota. Chase Briscoe in 4th place. Noah Gregson hanging tough in 5th.
Doing a good job keeping it up there, keeping it out of the fence, keeping that clean air.
There's Gregson.
Yeah, Gregson. We talked to him in the pre-race, and I always felt like he did a really good job on these types of racetracks where you have to run up against the wall. Always really good here. Hearing his story about coming down here for the Xfinity test and spending 2 days and putting sides on the car and tails and kind of a trial and error thing, but he does a really good job running up against the wall. Regan?
Well, Kevin, you're right. He is very good against the wall, but one thing that team highlighted yesterday that they were a little bit concerned about was if he had to run off the wall. The car extremely loose when he was off the wall in practice. That was something they focused on for the race today to make sure they could make passes and complete passes. And crew chief Drew Blickenserver said it's very important for us. We started up front for the first time all year. We could get a good read on clean air. So far, Noah has been quiet.
Brian Blaney, our new leader, talking to the team this morning, they said one of their goals coming into the season was to qualify better on mile-and-a-half tracks, and they did just that. Qualified 6th here yesterday, and Ryan told me just before he got in the car he was really happy with it. Wasted no time making moves to get to the front. As soon as he took the lead, said he went from loose to feeling a little bit tight, but it's been a rough few weeks for this team, and they are ready to turn it around.
He's got a lead now of nearly 3 seconds. seconds. We've completed 18 laps, Larry, and I know you're keeping a close eye on how the lap times and tires fall off over a run here.
Yeah, Mike, we saw this in practice yesterday. As Kevin said, the sun's out. This track has less grip today, I think, than yesterday. Almost 20 laps, a second and a half, second three-quarters, closing in on 2 seconds of fall off. Now, remember, the fuel window is around 65 laps. They should split this 80-lap stage in half, but I think they'll come early. I think you'll see them start hitting the road around lap 30, which is about 10 or 12 laps from now.
Thanks, Larry. Briscoe close on Barry for third place here.
What's up, brother? I like cheese. I fucking love cheese, dude. Cheese. Well, there's some cheeses that I don't like. I won't lie. Like I don't like there's this type of cheese called brie. I think that's disgusting.
That's great.
But like most cheeses are just fucking really good. I don't like blue cheese. That shit's gross.
Racetrack and navigate trying to get around that guy that's struggling in front of you can be difficult at a lot of points of the race.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I'm glad you brought it up.
But how you doing, Sailor Moon?
Working on Josh Berry for 5-6 laps here. Still can't get the job done, but it goes back to what you're saying. I'm watching these cars all running high in 3 and 4, but 1 and 2, they haven't really migrated to that outside as the preferred line quite yet.
And this is kind of the classic line up against the wall, and then you have one seam down. We talk about the seams. There's 2 seams on the racetrack, 3 grooves, and Briscoe is
see a slide job coming, maybe
using that right side seam on the top seam in 3 and 4. Now he's going to slide up in front of Josh Berry, finish that pass, and that's what you have to do. You have to make those passes quick. You can't get hung beside a guy because it's just wasting time. And I know it sounds easy, but it's not something that's very easy to do.
You think we're kidding about this ease situation? Look at the last names of our top 4 drivers.
I'm seriously thinking about fellas getting my brain bucket back out and getting out there, Kevin. If this is yeah, you too. It's time. I mean, if that's going to be the thing, right?
Yeah, well, we have some A's and C's right here.
Allmendinger has had great success at this racetrack, often overlooked, but he is tied with Christopher Bell for the best average finish on this track in this generation of car.
It ain't just this track. It was really good last weekend at that 1.5 miles in Vegas as well. I think this size of racetrack suits A.J. Allmendinger. Great run so far, starting this season out for some tricky racetracks. That's what you want to see out of a college. That is very, very good class.
And his team talked about how he was able to run lower, and that to me is a way to maintain your track position and also be able to pass better. That's a huge key.
Green through 23 laps here at Homestead Mining Speedway. Ryan Blaney out in front of Alex Bowman and Chase Briscoe.
To tell you the truth,
another full screen commercial.
Take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity.
I forgot to ask you last time, but what is the best food you've eaten?
The bravado. Because
damn, dude.
Really wanted
okay, so it's probably my dad's fried chicken's pretty damn good. But I think it might be my dad made these Philly cheesesteaks once, and he put like the cheese whiz in it. And it was fucking beautiful.
It's just a vacation, it's a holiday full of European style.
And all the things Americans love too. Come on, Bloom.
There are a ton of football matches.
Games, football games. Woo! You ready for some adrenaline?
I was born ready. How high is that?
So high.
Privacy.
Privacy.
Gelato.
Froyo.
Architecture.
Sharkitecture.
That is a big hat.
It's American. Of course it's big.
What a vacation.
Yeah, put in like the canned cheese
We should stop now.
in like the middle of it, down the middle. It was really fucking good.
In unpredictable conditions, pack layers, both for your body and your beer. Head for the mountains.
Baseball night in America is back. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Ready, set, go. Get a $3.99 per month lease on your new 25 Toyota Tacoma SR5.
I wouldn't be surprised if we started seeing pit Stops here within the next 10 or 15 laps. Drivers are going to want to split the stage in half to maximize the tire.
Is one of the best films of the year. Who wrote this? It's exhilarating.
Bobby, what do you want to be?
Whatever it is, they don't want me to be.
Critics give it 5
Yeah, the
stars.
fall off is already almost 2 seconds for some guys.
Really want to hear, I want to play.
Actually, for most everybody.
A complete unknown, inspired by the true story of Bob Dylan.
Ready, set, go.
Cannot refrigerate it? That's weird.
Off the MSRP on a new 25 Tundra SR double cab, or choose 2.99 for 72 financing at Burdick Toyota. Shop with SmartPath at BurdickToyota.com.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for those new sneakers they need. The unlimited streaming he needs. And with Straight Talk, spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and get a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Nice crowd on hand enjoying the South Florida sunshine. Ryan Blaney leads this race by 4.5 seconds. Blaney finished second here the last 2 years, leading 53 and 47 laps. In the process, wants to take that 2 and turn it into a 1. He's led the most laps so far.
Great battle going on with Larson and Reddick. We talked about them at the beginning of this show being the standouts on this high line racetrack. They're battling it out. They've been crossing each other over. Slide job after another. Finally got the job done. Larson. Moves Larson up to 15th, right in front of Reddick, and now
IndyCar is side by side, but not NASCAR. Yeah, I know. It's fucked. It's fucked up.
Takes me right back to yesterday's practice session. You see Ty Gibbs.
I think they will be side by side at Talladega.
This year, but Ty Gibbs' long run speed, Kevin, was standout. That standout material. He did a great job running the outside. This car's fast this weekend. Maybe this is the weekend things turn around.
Yeah, it really looks like all these guys are really struggling in traffic. We're not seeing a whole lot of big moves from cars that we thought would go forward. I think, as we get just past lap 32 here, Ryan Blaney's got that clean air. Right now, he's just been driving away, but at some point, he's going to catch the back of that field and have to work his way through traffic. And that's
all right, here's some guys starting to pit.
Austin Cindric on pit road. A few takers early. Cindric.
You got Cindric, Logano, Byron's in there. I think Chase is pitting.
And more.
No, not Chase. Who is that? I think it's Bubba.
Michael McDowell also on pit road. And so is Ross Chastain. And Gary Preston. Larry, 32 laps in, a little early.
No, this is exactly what we anticipated. This is about 8 or 9 laps shy of splitting it in half. They want to get advantage of those fresh tires. A lap or two could
that makes sense.
4, 5, 6 seconds advantage.
Yeah, we saw Austin Cindric slide out of his pit box right there in front of his teammate Joey Logano and had to take evasive action.
All right, Briscoe is in along with Bell, 2 of the Gibbs cars.
And here comes your leader,
Reddick.
Blaney on pit road.
Well, it's forced everybody's hand, so you can't give up all that lap time. So the guys that pitted first, they're most likely going to leapfrog the guys that they were racing around, and that's what you want. You want to get in there first to be able to gain those positions. That seems to be the easiest way that you can gain those positions right now.
Bowman on pit road, got to have the lead over Josh Berry. Allmendinger in. Bubba Wallace. Daniel Suarez in, and he had gained the most positions in this initial long green flag run.
And this is where you don't want to have those speeding penalties. You don't want tires to fall off. We've just seen an amazing amount of mistakes on and off of pit road. So this is a tough place to get onto pit road with the way that apron is so flat compared to the banking on the racetrack as Josh Berry comes in the pit.
Keep an eye on the flames.
And if we complete this, this will be the first complete green flag pit stop of the season. And we're already at race 6.
Well, Byron was the first one that started that cycle. See, he ran down, made a little bit of ground up on your leader Blaney by pitting 1 lap early, but
Zane Smith picks up the lead in the 38.
What's ew?
And on the flip side, some of these guys are going to run a little bit longer, hoping that
There's an Israeli driver in the IndyCar race. You said ew to that? We love our Israelis, okay? I know that there's a whole fucking thing going on. But, you know, we love our Israelis. They're doing their best, okay?
Definitely looks like it's going to be a tough day to pass.
I get that their government is a piece of shit, but we love our Israelis.
Led by Zane Smith, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, and Ty Gibbs. Everybody else kind of holding their breath that we don't see the caution flag. Eric Jones completes a stop. That makes it the first 13. Blaney is the first car on track.
Exactly. The only war that matters is the war on the racetrack.
You see him in our map up at the top with Zane Smith, the leader. Larson, half a second.
Russia, Ukraine, fuck that.
Yet led today.
Israel versus Palestine, fuck that. The only war that matters is on the racetrack.
At Homestead, as the tires are worn off, he had laid the run, he's able to run that high line.
Family watches MSNBC all day if no NASCAR happens. That's depressing.
Nice. Coming around again, another lap. Larson going to be your leader.
Yeah, I mean, it almost makes it look like
I think Larson led that lap.
in a different zip code. Kyle Larson is right up against the fence.
I don't know how much time you can lose here, though, Larry.
I think Larson needs to pit this lap.
Is about 2.5 seconds every lap. But some of these guys, I see Hamlin still out there in the 11 in 6th place. He's notorious for splitting it right down the middle and trying to get advantage of the second set of tires.
So Kyle Larson 35.05 his last lap. Blaney 33.40. It's about a second and a half. So Larson still is making good pace. His car has not fallen off as much as some of the other drivers up front.
Well, here's the other issue. You see Ryan Blaney having to go around these lap cars in his preferred grooves, most likely, and you have to put your car in other spots. So a lot of times you can't run and maximize the lap time
I know.
that you need to maximize on these tires.
Like, literally the news and shit does not matter to me at all. The news that matters to me is sports news. That's all the news that matters to me.
11
Like,
cars that have not yet been to
you
pit
know,
road. Jamie?
that's what I care about.
Kyle Larson, it's interesting about every
Like, tell me what's happening in the fucking NBA, dude. That's what I care about.
Larson, as soon as he took the lead, he said, all right, I'm not tied anymore. We're actually not terrible here. And Cliff Daniels, his crew chief, said, we're turning really good lap times here. Keep it up. As Larson continues to ride the wall here, Mike.
All right, Zane Smith is in, so is Ty Gibbs, and so is Chase Elliott. Their pit stop.
I'm going to be so drunk by the end of this race.
As well.
All right, crew chief. I know these guys are smart.
So stick around if you want to see Drunk Sam.
Well, they got to come now because there's no advantage to running further because this is.
I think Larson needs to pit this lap. I think he stayed out too long.
Larson's last lap, 35 flat.
Hamlin's
Ryan
pitting.
Blaney, got caught with a little traffic there. And on pit road are Austin Dillon and Zane Smith. Too fast entering on his stop. So that would be a driver penalty for Smith, who got to lead a couple of laps. Hamlin is in.
Here he comes. He's on the bottom of the racetrack. Spot on, Larry, just like you said, splitting it in half.
So Larson led 4 laps and comes to pit road.
So yeah, Jaden is on pit road right now. He's just kind of roaming pit road. But I think he said that after the stage ends that he's going to go up to his seat.
Smith serves his penalty. And Shane Van Gisbergen. So Ricky Stenhouse is the only driver who has not yet come to pit road. And they're contraries. Whatever everybody does, they're going to do different. If everybody's pitting late, they'll be in early. Everybody comes in early, they're going to stay out. That's just the way it works.
Play the cards in your hand.
Yep.
The cards that this 12 car has right here are pretty fast.
You're the only American in your area who watches rugby? I think you're just the only American who watches rugby. I'm not going to lie. You might just be the only one.
Stage breaks, tire wear, and as the day goes on, you're going to have to be more aggressive in order to figure out how to make some lap time up.
You told me this yesterday in yesterday's practice, Kevin. You told me that Ryan Blaney likes to lose race car. That is a good thing.
Jaden is at this race. Yep, Jaden is at this race. He's at his first ever NASCAR race. Well, he was at the Xfinity and truck race this weekend also. But yeah, he's never been to a NASCAR race before this weekend. He has been to Daytona for like a tour. Like, you know, they do like those little tours, the track tours. He has been there for that. But he's never actually been to a race before today.
Hey, kid.
Or before this weekend.
Liberty.
No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's enough, you two.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
JC is at this race.
Only pay for what you need.
JC was one of the few NASCAR creators that I didn't follow. Like, back when they were... I mean, NASCAR creators are still pretty big, but... Or I guess big in the NASCAR space, but JC was one of the ones I didn't watch. My favorite NASCAR YouTuber ever is Kamikaze Games. But he doesn't really watch NASCAR anymore.
We get it. As the #1 most visited car shopping site, we make sure your big deal is the best deal.
I'm Howie Mandel, the newest ambassador of Skechers. Funny story how I became an ambassador. I went to the store and I lied and said I was an ambassador. Do I get a discount? The owner called me and said, would you like to be an ambassador for Skechers? And I said, yes. Try Skechers slip-ins.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale is happening now for just $2.99 a month. Start streaming Fox Nation's original exclusive premium content. The Fox Nation Spring Sale, just $2.99 a month. Sign up today.
But dude, the access Jaden is getting right now is just insane. Like, the access he's had all weekend is insane. I might get a pit pass when I go to New Hampshire.
Works with your budget, low maintenance, with no messy growth to clean, quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Once upon a time, Goldilocks took out the Ram 2500 Rebel. Next, he tried the Ram Charger. Then finally, the Ram RHO. And they were all just right.
During Ram Truck Month, get $6,500 combined cash allowance, plus current Chevrolet, Ford, and GMC owners get $1,500 bonus cash on select 2025 Ram 1500 trucks.
Well, we saw Big Poppy earlier. Saturday night's baseball night. Catch Juan Soto as he leads the Mets against Jose Altuve and the Astros. Or you'll see the Braves take on the Padres. Baseball night in America returns Saturday, 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings. Here at Homestead Miami Speedway, Ryan Blaney, your race leader. And the two drivers that started the pit cycle, William Byron and Noah Gragson, both gained ground for pitting early.
Well, that's what you hope. And when you're able to do that, and you can leapfrog those positions just by timing a pit stop, it sure makes the driver's life a lot easier.
Jamie?
Ryan Blaney pretty happy with his race car, said he needed a little more front turn before he came in for that green flag stop. And then an air pressure adjustment, put more fresh tires on it as he continues to lead here. He dropped his debut positions back to 5th. Chase Briscoe came in about the same time as well, lacking rear grip. Remember, he has not scored a single stage point this season. They hope with that good qualifying effort they will change things. But he's also talking, guys, about his brake pedal. Feels long, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Alex Bowman continuing to chase Ryan Blaney right now. A good start for them. Crew Chief Blake Harris was very concerned about the start of the race and the long run speed that they would have in that 48 car. They did not show any long run speed yesterday. Today, though, a little bit different story. Right now, Alex happy with the car. He's tight, rolling through the center of the corner. Gets a little bit too free off with it at the moment. And the 24 car, William Byron, a good start as well for him. He's too tight starting off the race. Crew Chief Rudy Krugel told me earlier today he would be a little concerned if that was the case. He thinks this racetrack's going to get very tight
going.
Yeah, Alex Bowman's lap times are right there with the fastest cars on track as we watch Josh Berry work there against Chris Buescher. Now this will be for 10th place.
I'm really interested to see the end of this. If it goes green to the end of this stage, Kevin, some of these guys have elected to stay out and run more laps. The 5-car, Ty Gibbs as well in the 54. Those guys are way back here. Can they go back up through them towards the end of this run?
Well, and that's
Do you watch Jack's films? I used to watch Jack's films all the time. I actually got his Yai book for Christmas one year, but I don't really watch him much anymore.
Another step or two worse.
I remember I watched him during that drama that he had with Sniper Wolf, but yeah, I don't really watch him much anymore.
It is harder to make those passes later in the run, though, because they're going to be in that preferred line. You're going to have the better tires, but they're going to be
Yukon will not compete. I thought they already officially were not going to do the 3P.
Laps after the green flag pit stop cycle began, and because of staying out that long, he's nearly 2 laps down now. Denny Hamlin 24th right now. Headed at lap 40, pretty much late in the cycle, which began at lap 31.
Well, he was able to get by leader Ryan Blaney, put himself back on the lead lap. That's the difference in those new tires.
Got 26 laps left in the stage.
7 or 8 lap older tires.
I hear you say that, though, Kevin. And the 11 of Denny Hamlin, you were just talking about.
There's 26 cars on the lead lap, and there's 2 cars that are 2 laps down.
Traffic is a struggle today. These guys are really struggling in traffic to be able to make passes. As you see Bubba Wallace trying to slide up the racetrack right there. Not clear. Maybe he didn't try to, but he slid up the racetrack. You heard Austin Cindric lift out of the gas. So he's frustrated.
Contact there with Josh Berry looking on. This battle is for 8th place.
And that's what happens at this.
Josh Berry's falling back at 10th.
With a guy that's right up against the wall.
Cindric almost lost it there.
You're trying to finish the pass, and drivers get frustrated. But Bubba Wallace was not happy with Austin Cindric right there.
55 laps complete. Ryan Blaney has been up front for 39 of them, almost as many as he led here last year when he finished second.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid.
Another full screen green flag commercial. Isn't NASCAR just lovely?
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill from the makers of Humira that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA, can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Ask your rheumatologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
And take back what's yours.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew?
You?
Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
Okay, Noah's gonna make a fire. Our job is to let him do it by himself. Okay, you're gonna want a wider base here. You just started.
Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza. Epic. Hey, we're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza.
Papa John's.
Step into a world of thoughtful consideration. Everything you need is within reach. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
NASCAR fans, you earn the driver's seat. What are you waiting for? Sign up for the free NASCAR Fan Rewards loyalty program today at NASCAR.com/fanrewards.
60 laps complete in the Straight Talk Wireless 400 to lead Ryan Blaney by 8 seconds over Alex Bowman. Noah Gregson, the front four. We've been green since the start of the race for all 60 laps. Noah Gregson, fast in practice, 5th car to qualify. He held the pole until a cloud came over right at the end, and he lost a front row starting spot because of it. But we listened in on their team meeting pre-race.
One thing different about Homestead is that pit wall. It's a bear, literally. It's tall, it's wide. It probably affects you going over the wall a little less than it affects the guys behind the wall. So setting tires out, catching tires, things like that. I don't think we need miracles today. I think we need a nice smooth day, and Noah and our car will be in the hunt. Keep controlling the things we can control. It'll be a good day. It takes 1 week to turn this thing around. Let's have some fun.
Gregson and his front row Motorsports Ford delivering, holding on to 4th place here. 14 seconds back, there is a look at the number 4 crew, led by Drew Blickensderfer, Nicholas DeCampo up on the roof from the spotters perch.
Well, listening to the guys at Stuart Haas last year, and he's got several of those guys over on at front row on this car this year. The thing that they love about Noah is just his enthusiasm. He's always in the shop. He's always upbeat. And you hear Drew talk about having fun. I don't think that's going to be any problem with Noah on the team.
You have fun if you're running up front. The pressure, we know that the pressure is going to come down to the pit road. Those pit stalls, everything comes down just like last week. When the competition's this tight and this close, it's the crumbs, and those crumbs are sometimes in pit road. No mistakes today, clean day. That car can have a top 10 easy.
This is what you hope for right there. When you have that, you wait that pit cycle out, and Larson is making that pass easy, and your hope is to make those passes easier at the end of the run and capitalizing on that time that you can gain on the new tires. But I think at the end of this run, some of these cars are just going to absolutely tank.
This one's going to be a little bit harder. Again, he's running in the line that he wants to be in. And you know Reddick is not coming off of that line. He can run it as good as you can. You're going to have to do another slide. I like what you said earlier, Kevin. When you catch him, you got to go. Just like he's moving at the bottom right now. Look at Reddick move down. Trying to take his exit away.
Reddick knows he doesn't want him to get by. He wants to keep him inside as much as possible.
Now there's a 9-lap difference in their tires. Reddick pitted much earlier than Larson did.
That takes me back to where I was going with Kevin. As soon as you get to him, pounce on him. You get stalled out side by side, time the pass, time where you're at. It's going to get the pass done right there. That's a hard pass to Tyler Reddick. And Reddick was easy on him.
I think that's one of the things, though, that Kyle Larson is really good at. You say he was easy on him, and in that situation he was. But usually Larson is really good at just making the pass happen right now. He's not going to be a guy that, you just might be too close, might need to do this. He's going to drive into the corner, slide up the racetrack, and move on.
Stays with the momentum, never loses momentum.
He was patient after he made his pit stop because Larson was 15th when the pit cycle started. When he came back out and the cycle finished, he was still in 15th, rode there for a while, but now he's picking them off one by one and he's into the top 10.
Watching that Xfinity race yesterday, that line that he just ran off the floor when he didn't ride the wall all the way around, kind of broke off of it just past the apex, Kevin. He's had a lot of success doing that yesterday. As far as loose, he's got a nice.
Well, that delta of time is going to get wider as the end of this run gets there, and he should be able to capitalize on a few more.
13 laps to the end of stage 1.
Kyle Larson went from 17th to 10th in 10 laps.
So far, as we take you box side by side.
Oh yeah, we're going side by side. We're on lap 69 right now. It looks like Ryan Blaney will be Mr. 69.
Let's just get a closer look. 5 immersive worlds. One amazing theme park, our universe.
All right, so Ryan Blaney is Mr. 69.
Oh, you gotta see this.
Epic universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Subway's $6.99 for literally any foot-long deal is headed to overtime. Fresh sliced deli meat, fresh crispy veggies. Too much good stuff. Order now on the Subway app. Use code 699SL now. Deals only here until April 2nd.
In 50 years, meet my best friend.
Oh, caution is out. Christopher Bell brings out the first caution of the day.
More absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker people.
It's the fastest, most
And that was about a 40.5-minute green flag run to start the race. But Christopher Bell brings out the first caution. Barry Busher, Bell need to get up there. Make it a B streak of 7, yeah.
Sharpening iron. But in order to take it all home, you need nerves of steel. The big one is back. Get your tickets now at Tallahassee.com.
Yeah, Jaden did join this stream for like 20 seconds earlier. Just to say that he can continue his like streak of joining Cup streams.
The college basketball crown on Fox and FS1. Buy your tickets today at VividSeats.com.
Bell isn't gonna win. I wouldn't say that.
Christopher Bell spins off.
Yeah, I would not say that.
Caution flag of the race. You can see him back here. It's right up by the walnut outside. Car gets loose, comes out from underneath of him.
He didn't really get any damage.
Lost the rear of the car and spun out.
Larry was literally just telling us under break, man, a 20 car just hasn't went anywhere. We thought that he would be one of the cars that would contend for a win with that dirt background, his ability to run that outside.
Minor front end damage as he got into the inside. At the end of that spin, close to the start finish line, but it just cosmetic damage.
Well, either way, with as tough as these cars are to drive today, any of that splitter damage, or if it put it up or down, see the right.
You might not actually. You might be right. It does look like he has a little bit of damage.
Of the spin, or did
I don't know. I wouldn't count him out though.
I think it was just a product of
got a long way to go.
Down on a slide, blew out.
So we're at caution with 9 laps to go in stage 1. Ryan Blaney has led 55 of 71 laps. Here's what Kyle Larson had to say about our leader.
12 must be really good, huh?
You've got something for him.
Well, there's that.
Yes.
Cliff is definitely right. Even if he doesn't, he's going to make Kyle believe that he has something for him. He drove all the way up to 7.
This will be feeding time 4 times, but this may be a good opportunity to use those 1-lap qualifying scuds for a short run if you're concerned about running out of stick.
Wow, that's a great point. Yep, usually those don't come into play, but at this very abrasive racetrack, you need all the sets of tires you can get. Eric Jones gets the free pass on this first caution flag of the day, and yes, pit road is a busy place. By our leader, Ryan Blaney. Jamie?
Ryan Blaney pulls perfectly into his pit box, and he's a little tighter here on this run, but overall, pretty sporty. Happy with an air pressure adjustment for him, the 4 tires. The 19 of Chase Briscoe was 2-3 up in 3 and 4 to run that fence. He loves to run the fence down there, wants some help with that for air pressure. Regan.
Willie Byron in the 24 car felt like the rubber on the track because the green flag stops may have pulled him just a little bit at the start of the run. Tight at the end of it, needs the front to work better. The 48 of Alex Bowman was very similar to the first run. He was too tight in the middle and 3 off.
So this will be a sprint to the end of stage 1. We'll probably get back to racing here with about 5 laps to go in the first stage. First caution flag of the day, a harmless spin for Christopher Bell.
UFL kickoff weekend. Friday, St. Louis versus Houston. Then, Saturday, San Antonio versus Arlington. What a game! UFL kickoff weekend. Friday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Any given Saturday. And a little work. And a little play.
Hey, little help?
And a truck that says no to nothing.
Hey, Dad. Can I get them a ride?
Yeah.
The Silverado Trail Boss and Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Verizon and AT&T announced price hikes a total of 10 times in the past 2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile blows the competition away.
T-Mobile will also give you up to $800 when you switch.
Mind blown. Start a jet engine.
Go to T-Mobile.com and see how families can save 20% and get $800.
That's lunch.
What causes a curve down?
Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there someone I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease? There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Welcome to more. Where the roads don't have limits on how fast you can go.
Hey, crew, we got the ball out right here.
Or the sights you're gonna see. Welcome to new places. Familiar faces and memories in the making. Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR.
Verizon Frontline is the advanced network and technology for first responders, and Verizon recognized the service and bravery of local first responders with an honorary lap before today's race. Taking the track today were members of the Homestead Air Force Base, Florida Highway Patrol, Homestead Police, Fire, and EMT, and Miami-Dade Police, Fire, and EMTs. Verizon joins us in thanking all of our first responders.
We wouldn't be here this weekend racing if it wasn't for those guys.
No, those fires would still be burning, and we wouldn't be able to get the racetrack.
Well, Kevin, when we got
Duke is up 41-30 over Baylor.
See, I could not believe how close it was. Look at this. This is right in our backyard down the backstretch.
Yeah,
you can see everything that's burned up.
On Friday during the truck race, they were actually using the pond right off the back straightaway here to dip those buckets in the water and working on fires right over here across the road. So
that's crazy.
Thankful to have those first responders there.
All right, winners and losers on this pit stop cycle. Winner, the 71 of Michael McDowell. They came in 17th, took only 2 tires.
All right, it's going to be 5 laps to go on this restart.
On the other side of the coin is Joey Logano in the 22, who came in 6th and came out 11th.
Shootout time here, Kevin.
Yeah, this gives us a great opportunity to tear stuff up sometimes. And it's, well, everybody's just going to be aggressive, and everybody knows how hard it is to pass right now. So you're going to have to take some chances right here to gain some track position.
A lot of points on the line. This is big. These guys are going to go for it.
Stage points 5 laps away as we go back to green.
Green flag.
Blaney and Bowman up front, and boy, Grayson didn't get going.
Grayson missed a shift or something up in the front.
5 wide. Also sent Wallace backwards.
Grayson just got loose. He got up into Wallace. He got in the wall. Still having troubles with the 4 car. Did not get a good restart at all.
And Reddick was back behind Gregson and kind of paid the price for the lack of momentum there, too. All right, Blaney the leader.
Ooh, that was close, Kevin.
Close for 3rd right now. Byron on the outside of Briscoe.
Just barely slid up in front of Bowman.
That's wide for 3rd. Yeah, and that's what we were talking about. Is you see Kyle Larson up on the outside right there. He's had a great restart with the way that 4 car stacked up, worked out in his favor, and he's taking advantage of it.
Where does he go now? Briscoe's going to block one way or another. Took his outside line. He shoots to the bottom. Slide up. Oh, it's not clear.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we saw him get himself in trouble in the truck race, sliding up like that. You're hoping he does that a lot. He'll slide up, making you think he's going to come up the racetrack trying to get you to lift. But right there, Chase Briscoe did not even budge.
Starts process over. Byron had to go to Briscoe on the outside to keep the momentum. Losing his position back. Larson, here he comes again.
So Noah Gragson, we're told, did not miss a shift, but just spun the tires on the restart.
It makes a lot of sense to me. This is one of those places, if you don't get going and it starts spinning the tires, it's almost impossible to get it to stop spinning the tires, and just seems like it never ends.
Happened a bunch in the truck race and the Xfinity race.
By the time Gragson recovered, he was in 9th place. Two to go here.
I need to buy a Dale Jr. Bud jacket.
Was going to be wild right there.
I have a Kyle Busch jacket. I think it's over there. I think I could show you guys when I come back from the stage break.
Getting everything sorted out through 1 and 2.
Logano right now in position for the final stage point. Hamlin behind him. So Logano 10th. Remember, lost 5 spots in the pits.
All right, final lap of stage 1.
One more lap.
Bowman tried him on the bottom of 3 and 4, lost a little bit of time. Going to get it wound back up on the outside. Here he comes.
And Cindric on the move. Restarted 13th. He is up to 6th.
Yeah, I'll show you my Kyle Busch jacket after the stage ends.
2 tires faded to 21st in 4 laps.
One more shot at him. Here he comes on the bottom.
All right.
Who's going to win stage 1?
So coming to the stage end, Ryan Blaney is going to win stage 1 at Homestead.
Stage win from Bowman, Briscoe, and Larson.
So an almost 3-minute green flag run to end the stage there. I'm going to go outside and smoke. I will be back for the start of stage 2.
At Homestead, Miami.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Now that you got the easy stuff done by comparing insurance rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can start thinking about all those other homeowner things.
Yay.
I'm not even clear on what half these people do.
Survivalists are on the hunt. I ain't had no food in 3 days. And families are in the crosshairs. We got some enemies stacked at headquarters. Extracted. All new Monday on Fox.
Come gather around, people.
A Complete Unknown is one of the best films of the year.
Who wrote this?
It's exhilarating.
Bobby, what do you want to be?
I don't want to be.
Critics give it 5 stars.
We're getting a glimpse of a new future. I'm not sure they want to hear I want to play, Johnny.
I want to hear
A Complete Unknown, inspired by the true story of Bob Dylan.
Kick back. It's smooth streaming ahead with Fios Premium channels. Checking into everyone's favorite resort. Finding love and freedom in a hopeless place. Solving a mystery from the afterlife. A street king grabbing his throne. And keeping it crazy, but calling it courage. See it all on Max, Paramount Plus with Showtime, MGM Plus, Stars, Cinemax. Anywhere you are with Fios TV mobile app. Order premium networks on channel 860.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks, like that. What's wrong with going in circles? Different circles, Ross. Okay. Head for the mountains.
Welcome to Truck Country. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Spring football is back. It's UFL kickoff weekend starting Friday. St. Louis takes on Houston 8 Eastern. Then Saturday, San Antonio against Arlington at 4 Eastern, and all on Fox. We're at the end of stage 1, won by Ryan Blaney. Let's check with Jamie.
Well, Mike Daniel Suarez has been the biggest gainer on the racetrack. As for his pit crew, they have been the fastest this season so far. It's a group of guys that are the same from last year that includes a Super Bowl champion.
Josh Bush, front tire changer.
I've bowled a 300 before. Stevedores, rear tire changer, me, Anna McDonald, middle school. Charlie Plank, tire carrier. I don't like blue cheese.
Josh Appleby, Jackman, the only punter on pit road. Milan Radonovich, fueler, undefeated at checkers.
Talented group right there. Led by crew chief Matt Swiderski and the spotter up on the roof, Frank Kimmel II.
Undefeated at checkers.
Can you imagine them boys on the road?
Blue cheese.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I like to hang out with them guys on the road. You got the bowling covered.
Yeah.
Got checkers covered.
They seem like more fun than you.
No, actually, that's right down my alley. You're the one that would struggle in that. That one just backfired on you.
All right, Larry Mack, you just got tires, 7 laps ago? What do you want to do now?
All I can go off is experience. 5 laps is 5 laps here. If you go back to October, Brad Keselowski, Todd Gilliland, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch stayed out on 5-lap tires. They look like Michael Jackson moonwalking.
Well, we saw how well those 2 tires work for Michael McDowell right there. So there's just no chance that's going to work.
So here are the most laps led by a team that had not yet won in the first 5 races, and when they eventually got that win, and you see Team Penske on that list this year, and when will they score? You see Joe Gibbs didn't win until race 17 in 2007 after leading 600 laps in the first 5 races.
They haven't won the race yet, but they keep winning the war at the end of the year.
Blaney the leader, Cindric in 5th, and Logano 10th right now. And pit road is open, green light at the head end of pit road. And as Larry predicted, everybody's in. Jamie.
Led by Ryan Blaney, who's led the most laps today, got that stage win. He was on stickers there for that 5-lap shootout. He's pretty happy with it. Remember, he's finished second here the last 2 straight years, never won here at Miami. Meanwhile, you see Kyle Larson in 5. They're putting 4 tires on him. Said he was pretty happy with it. They're a little loose in traffic in turn 3, but changes if he's up there in the lead. But happy with the 5 again.
Austin Cindric's team is trending in the right direction. He was tight the early runs in the race that time. A little bit better with the 2 cars. Still need to be freer. And imagine couldn't get the throttle down to be able to get up there and battle with Ryan Blaney for the stage. Trouble on pit road.
Yeah, Barry goes around. And he's not the only one there.
Logano as well.
Yeah, and they ran into it looked like the door of the 5 car.
Better right run out there.
Yeah. Yeah, they all got jammed up coming out of the pit box, and they were too wide, and Logano came out with a full head of steam and ran right into the side.
All right, so let's show you first what happened here. Yeah, 4 wide right there.
Yeah.
Barry gets turned around with Logano. Larry Logano's in his pit box, but he came up the wrong way. Is this a legal stop?
It is. He and Josh Berry both. They are in their pit box. They may not be the right way, but they are in the pit box. A legal stop.
Logano was 10th. Barry was 8th coming onto pit road.
Damage is done right there. You said it. Lost the track position.
You see that hood up on the 22 car right there. That's not what you want to see.
Well, they'll get turned around as Todd Gilliland leaves his pit in the conventional direction.
Ace's new Yard RX program prescribes the best lawn care, specific to your yard's needs, delivered every season. Because when you want greener grass, less weeds, and fewer bugs, now you can get a personal prescription delivered to you from the helpful folks at Ace. You'll get everything you need at our best price each season, guaranteed. From our store to your front door, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware.
We got the house! Don't worry about the driving with Pods. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready. Then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
Valvoline Restore and Protect. A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night. Fox is your home for
All right.
America's best.
I'm back.
in prime time.
Oh, yeah.
And that can't miss
I wanted to show you my Kyle Busch jacket.
Baseball Night in America is back. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Looking to update your home's exterior? Skip the big box store and head to where the pros really go. Paragon Supply. Whether you're adding a porch, patio, walkway, or roof facade, we have all you need and more. The best selection of stone, brick, hardscape, pavers, retaining walls, and masonry supplies for an entire.
It's my Kyle Busch jacket.
For a backyard barbecue and everything in between.
It's fucking comfortable.
Paragon Supply, helping build Syracuse since 1888.
Scout is protected by Simparica Trio, and he's in it to win it. Simparica Trio is the first chew with triple protection. Oh, fleas! And ticks! Intestinal worms! Well, heartworm disease, no problem with Simparica Trio. This drug class has been associated with neurologic adverse reactions, including seizures. Used with caution in dogs with a history of these disorders. For winning protection, go with Simparica Trio.
Well, we talked about pit road being the story last week with wheels coming off and being lost, suspensions being
Sam got too many jackets.
cars being turned
I literally
around,
have 3.
and even a car leaving his
2
pit
jackets.
with a wheel not tied
I
and
have
stopping down the
the
road to
Red
get
Sox
that
one,
done, which NASCAR
and then
said
this
that's
one,
okay
and then I
if
have
it's a
my
safety
son's hoodie.
issue. But here today,
And that's it.
already on the first caution flag pit stop, trouble as they were 4 wide. Look at Denny Hamlin outside of Kyle Larson. Here comes Josh Berry. Here comes Joey Logano. Not enough room. And around go those two
It was
Fords.
Berry and Logano went around pit road.
Justin Haley blocked in. Miami, one of the narrowest pit roads, and you see the consequences here.
Yeah, and it feels narrow when you're on this pit road with that outside wall that it has here.
Jamie?
Well, just listening to Kyle Larson, they say they have a hole about larger than a baseball on the left side rocker panel. He was going to bring it down for them to fix it. They just told him to stay out, but something that they will repair next time they come down pit road.
Larson was 8th when he entered pit road. You see some of the damage there. You know, there's always one outlier. On the green flag stops.
That's a hole in that car.
It was the 47 Ricky Stenhouse. This time it's Carson Hocevar. Larry, why would you not stop on the stage break?
This is not going to be a short run if we stay green. You're going to have to run about 30, 35, maybe up to 40 laps. If other drivers had done it, you may have had a chance, but he's the only one. No tires versus everybody else with 4 fresh tires.
It's not going to be great, Clint.
Not great.
Yeah, he's going to fall back literally immediately.
Recovered from a pit road issue to finish in the top 5 the last 2 races, including his win at Las Vegas. Carson Hocevar, with those now at least 5-lap scuffs from running the end of stage 1, will lead them to green with Alex Bowman. So Hocevar vaulted from 34th place to the lead by not stopping under this caution. Let's see how this works out. We're back to green.
Going back green.
Woo! Immediately you see the disadvantage that Hocevar is at, and it puts you in a defensive position.
Yeah, so Bowman quickly takes the lead. Hocevar drops many spots.
When you know that everybody around you is just going to drive by.
And you have to do everything you can do to try to hold tough right there and keep some of that track position, because the farther back you go, it just is going to get worse. Hard to do. Virtually impossible.
Christopher Bell got the free pass, so he is back on the lead lap now.
Here we go. Look out.
Here's
Reddick
Bubba.
coming in. Excuse me, Bubba Wallace.
Yeah, the Reddick and Bubba Wallace car, Chase Elliott car, all kind of looked
Bubba's up to 8, about to pass for 7th.
They have on this week.
Coming around to complete lap 90, and still a lot of 3 wide all the way in back through the pack. Bowman, Blaney, Byron as it sorts out here. We want to welcome those of you who've been watching the IndyCar race on Fox. They are having technical difficulties, so we welcome the Fox audience to our NASCAR telecast from Homestead Miami Speedway, where Alex Bowman's Kenworth Chevrolet that started on pole is now leading after pit stops at the end of stage 1. We've had one other caution flag, a rather harmless spin by Christopher Bell, but we had a dust-up of 4 cars on pit road that damaged Joey Logano's and Josh Berry's. So we're back to green now in stage 2 after about 6 laps of green.
Yeah, they're actually live on Fox.
Byron and Denny Hamlin, the first Toyota, in 4th place. There's your Xfinity fastest lap so far. That would be Alex Bowman. Just 2 laps ago, 166.1 miles per hour.
See all these cars fading out there again through 1 and 2, and Ryan Blaney, we know he has a faster car. We think he has a faster car than Alex Bowman, and this is when it gets difficult. You got to run down to the bottom of the racetrack. Bowman not up against the fence, but still early in this run. How much do you have to use your tires up to hurt the car? Ryan seems to have a little bit of leeway with the speed that he has in his car, but you see what a difference traffic makes.
Blaney's number 12 has led 66 laps, way more than anybody else's today, and more than he led here either of the last 2 years. On both those races, he finished second.
6 in front of us, 8 out back, half in front, 1 in front.
Now the car to watch is that 77 Hocevar, who did not pit with everyone else at the end of stage 1. He is on tires that are 5 laps older under green flag conditions than the rest of the field, but in doing so, he restarted up front with the lead. Now back to 6th.
I think he's actually weathered the storm. I think that the first lap and a lap and a half is probably the hardest part to deal with, as we see a battle for the lead right here with Ryan Blaney and Alex Bowman.
Slide up in front of him now. I think Bowman's going to go ahead and let him have it. Lifted up the gas a little bit early, but look right there behind him. Denny Hamlin, his 11 cars. Solid, likes his clean air, and is coming.
We talked about Denny Hamlin on the pre-race show today, just how they can keep themselves in the race. You have that experienced driver, typically don't make a lot of mistakes, do a good job on the restarts. He slowly put himself in position today to place himself towards the front of the field and put himself in contention to win this race.
And when restarted 9th, he is up to 3rd as Hocevar drops to 6th place. Regan?
Well, Mike, just to add on Carson Hocevar staying out under that last yellow flag. The previous caution on lap 72, they had a slow pit stop. Because of that, they decided to go ahead and try to save the tires to do something to get track position back. So when we went green, they coasted around on the bottom of the track, doing everything they could to keep every bit of good in those tires.
Trevor Wallace edges ahead in the 5th place now. 35 of 37 cars on the lead lap, including Christopher Bell, who got the free pass on the caution at the end of stage 1. Ryan Blaney's Penske Ford out in front in Homestead.
There was a signal loss at the IndyCar race. Oh, they don't even have commercials. They're just showing us. That's funny. No, now there is commercials.
16 teams from the top conferences. Put it all on the line. Let's go, baby, to see who rules the course. Starting March 31st, live from Las Vegas with the best announcers. The College Basketball Crown on Fox and FS1. Buy your tickets today at vividseats.com.
I'm watching the race on Fox right now, just because it's on the big Fox channel.
Searching for love all across the land. He's a farmer man. He needs someone to share his life. Find a woman to be his loving wife. He's a farmer man.
The girls are trying to touch Matt's avocados. Didn't like it.
Farmer Wants a Wife. All new Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
before the Masters. The biggest names in golf are on Fox. Koepka, DeChambeau, winners of 7 majors, plus DJ, Rahm, Sergio, how about Phil, Bubba, Patrick? Yeah, we got him. 10 green jackets between them. Live Golf Miami, Sunday, April 6th, only on Fox.
New Garden or Award. One's a king born to win. This is him winning. He wins a lot. The other, a phenom with a killer smile and a thirst for victory. So pick a lane, choose a side, or just sit back and watch them both scorch the breaks. Welcome to the fastest race on earth.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night. Fox is your home for America's pastime. In prime time. And that can't miss showtime. Baseball Night in America is back. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Street football is back. It's the UFL kickoff weekend. Friday, St. Louis versus Houston. Then, Saturday, San Antonio versus Arlington. UFL kickoff weekend. Friday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
But she's still is missing.
She's running out of time.
Get it. She's one of ours. MPU will get her back. Alert MPU premieres Tuesday on Fox.
Oh, they're back to thermal.
I'm going to take Denny Hamlin every time.
Well, Denny does a great job. He's his history here at this racetrack has been very good. And you see right there, he's not having to ride right against the wall. He's up in the higher lane, but he's not having to run that fence right against it. So his risk is not super high at this particular point.
Always a guy that can advance and take care of their tires, has his whole career.
On the opposite end of that spectrum, Kyle Larson is going to ride 6 inches away from it and sometimes on it.
And here Larson comes after Noah Gregson in the 4. This will be for 10th place. And A.J. Allmendinger.
Racing is beautiful, man.
Number 16.
See Larson dive to the bottom of the corner, trying to get the air on the front of that car to be able to complete this pass. But it's going to be tough on the exit of the corner. Now he's got 2 cars lined up on the outside, and that's the risk right here. He was obviously behind Noah Gregson, but you don't want these cars behind him to get stacked up and lose 2 spots that you had already worked to get past.
So frustrating. As soon as he moved down, Allmendinger takes his line away, starts the process all over again.
And here comes Chase Briscoe in that camo car. That Toyota. Briscoe chasing there from 12th place, and Daniel Suarez also wants a piece of this.
Yeah, Suarez has done a good job in making up ground. He was caught up in that fiasco on pit road and had to lose several positions just to get out of his pit box.
Suarez in 99, last week's runner-up at Las Vegas. William Byron just moved into 4th place with a pass of Bubba Wallace. Jamie?
Well, Kevin mentioned the history Denny Hamlin has here as a 3-time winner. Talked to his crew chief Chris Gale this morning. He said the way they unloaded yesterday, they had great short run speed, but it fell off too much. And he got too loose to run really where he wanted to. So they went to work on it last night and this morning, tightened him up, and maybe a little too much in that first run. He was just too tight and snappy loose on the back end. But now they found that happy medium. Just air pressure adjustment. Guys, and it's gotten cloudier, a little bit cooler down here. That 11 car has really come to life.
Well, we saw how much that mattered yesterday during qualifying. Just a little bit of shade on this racetrack. Picked the lap times up almost a 1/10 over the guys that had already gone in the sun. So
yeah, that was a great point by Jamie right there.
Very, very temperature-sensitive racetrack.
Briscoe in 13th. In the 19, going after Gregson, changes his line down at this end of the racetrack.
See the 45 car of Tyler Reddick right behind him. We expected him to be in the mix today, and he has been nowhere near the front as we run the first part of the race.
Suarez continuing to move forward, 10th place now. If he can hold off Allmendinger here, and does.
Yeah,
go back and just emphasize what Regan Smith reported about Carson Hocevar in his 77. What Luke Lambert did was absolutely brilliant. Remember that caution came out, we restarted about 5 laps to go in stage 1. Luke was not chasing stage points. He put 4 sticker tires on, said ride around easy, take care of the tires, and then they stayed out and got that track position to start this stage.
Well, that makes a lot more sense to see the way that his car has run since the restart. I really expected him to go straight back, and I think if he'd have run 5 hard laps on his tires, that would have been the case. But what a strategy.
Yeah, he went, the strategy took him from 34th to 1st on the restart, and he's holding on to a top 10 spot.
Absolutely.
2 to 1. 109 laps complete, 56 to go.
Redneck Grease video, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Ryan Blaney leading Denny Hamlin by 2.2 seconds. Alex Bowman, another 8 tenths back. William Byron, Bubba Wallace, the top 5.
Welcome to more.
Got a great year, man.
Where the roads don't have limits on how fast you can go.
Hey, crew, we got to fall out right here.
Or the sights you're gonna see. Welcome to new places. Familiar faces and memories in the making. Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Or the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America. Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
You know what's better than 1 Papa John's pizza? 2 Papa John's pizza for only $6.99 each.
Only at Papa John's, bundle 2 or more Papa Pairings menu items for $6.99 each. Get your favorites for $6.99 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some Papa John's.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is ready to write your own. So get 10% off a Jeep Wrangler or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee where freedom is on road or off. Where it's a front row seat to the city or a second row seat. Maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
During the Jeep Celebration event, get 10% below MSRP for an average of $5,650 under MSRP on these 2024 Jeep Wrangler models. See your local Jeep brand dealer today.
Pro-Enamel, clinical enamel strength, can help us to keep our enamel for a lifetime. It's backed by science. It is clinically proven to strengthen our teeth. I would recommend this toothpaste to everybody. It's really an amazing product.
Wow, look at that wall, and there is your leader, Ryan Blaney, going fast. Look at all the tire marks from the middle of turns 3 and 4 onward. Ride the wall, it says at the bottom of the elevator as we come up to the tower here, and that's what a lot of folks try to do. Now, A.J. Allmendinger has dropped out of the top 10. He is reporting a vibration, and so is Chase Briscoe just ahead of him, 11th and 12th.
Yeah, we're getting close to probably having some pit stops start to happen, aren't we, Larry?
No doubt. We went back there, so it's 77 to go as you see Ross Chastain on pit road. If you split it, you run to probably about lap 125, but I think we're starting to see it. And once they start coming, you're going to have to follow them.
Chastain and Kyle Busch begin the pit stop cycle. In stage 1, William Byron was the first to pit, and when the cycle was over, he had gained 3 positions. Chase Briscoe, with that vibration, is in. More behind him as we continue under green. Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell, Kristen Haley on pit road. So far, none of the top 20.
Here we go with some of our leaders right here. We see Bowman, Byron, Bubba Wallace.
All right, got a lot of people pitting now.
And when these cars get fresh tires, come back on track, and they're a second and a half, 2 seconds faster than the cars on worn tires, well, that should pretty much force the issue.
Yeah, and we saw Kyle Larson in some of those cars that waited until splitting the stage, make up really good ground at the end of the run.
Kosovar and Reddick are in, so it's Allman to go with that vibration, and Custer. Byron completes his stop. And Blaney, the leader, is in.
So Blaney's in, pitting.
4 tires and fuel. Remember, each team started with 9 sets of new Goodyear Eagles and carryover scuff set from qualifying.
Just like in the first stage, the 11 elected to stay out there a little bit longer. You say that's pretty common for them, Larry.
As well as Larson. They should, if they're going to split this totally right down the middle, they'll go to about lap 125, 126, 5, 6, 7 laps from now.
Elliott, Gregson, and Gibbs are in. Here comes Cindric. He will surrender 3rd place. So Hamlin now your leader for Larson.
Split screen right there. Denny Hamlin go around Ryan Blaney, but it's not going to take long for those new tires to take effect. And
these cars are unlapping themselves from Denny Hamlin.
Byron's bunch had a good stop back there. He did a good job of shrinking that gap.
Reese and Van Gisbergen in getting service. As now the top 15 cars on your scoring pylon have not yet been to pit road in this pit cycle.
And this is exactly what we saw in the first green flag pit cycle. We saw Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, some of these guys stay out, and they made up a ton of ground at the end. But they're on the front side of this run, you're going to see them lose a bunch of ground and have to work themselves back through traffic.
Hamlin comes by to put lap 121 on the board. For those of you looking for the IndyCar race, it is now being broadcast back on Fox. Top 15 staying out here.
Sam, do you have your blue?
Longer run. Nemechek, one of those. He comes to pit road. Hamlin, Larson, Suarez.
Yeah, when you're out there riding around on those older tires like Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin are, you see these guys go by you, you're thinking to yourself, how in the world is this strategy ever going to work out? It's so hard to be disciplined in the driver's seat, to be able to make yourself just stay in your rhythm when you know that these guys are going by you.
So at the top of the screen, Blaney, the number 12, and Byron and the other cars, they are the first cars on fresh tires. And you see them ahead of Hamlin, the leader, who has not yet come to pit road. And you see the speed differential. Pretty huge.
Hey, there's a speed difference between Hamlin and Larson as well. He's shrunk a second off of to your leader, Hamlin. Larson's coming.
Chase Elliott on new tires and laps himself.
Clear.
Austin Cindric. So now it's the top 9 plus Christopher Bell, who have not stopped. Eric Jones in the pit lane now.
Blaney is 29 seconds behind Larson.
Larry, I mean, that's another half a second.
And Hamlin.
I would say this lap
Hamlin.
or the next lap for sure. That's split right down the middle.
He's moving to the bottom.
Got a lot of those people pitting that haven't pit yet.
Byron made up a bunch
3
of
of
time.
them.
He had a 9.6
I think Hamlin's
second
coming.
stop compared to Blaney at 12.5 seconds.
Larson's staying out.
Chris Buescher has made his stop. Spinner at the front end of pit road.
Oh, Suarez is around.
State green, but that car gets itself righted and turned around. It's Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, he'll get himself turned around.
Top 5. We are okay. Suarez gets going again. We stay green.
Well, this is what
Yeah,
we talk
Suarez
about
went
every
around
week.
pit
Don't
road.
get yourself on pit road. We saw Suarez capitalize on not making any mistakes last week. So easy to do, getting off the racetrack here. The way that splitter drags the apron and the old tires as Kyle Larson hits pit road into his pit box.
So Larson surrenders the lead for 4 fresh tires and a tank of race fuel. And that will leave this 3, Barry, Logano, Ty Dillon, and then Christopher Bell at the tail end of the lead lap. Here's Ty Dillon in. So we're just about through with this round of stops with Josh Berry taking over the lead.
Barry and Logano trying to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Remember the trouble they had? If they could catch a caution, that would be huge.
I guarantee you they all stood up with big smiles on their face when they saw Suarez sideways on the coming on the pit road. That was the opportunity they were looking for. What was happening?
Barry's pitting. Logano's
So Barry
pitting.
led 1 lap. He comes
So
to pit
Blaney
road,
will
and Logano
take over
comes
the lead
with him.
once again.
See Joey Logano walk up that right front tire as he gets to the speed line down there.
Now that will leave only Christopher
He'll lead
Bell
that
out on
lap.
the racetrack. Remember, Bell had trouble earlier, took the free pass on the last caution, so was running at the tail end of the lead lap. So kind of a Hail Mary for them. And Blaney cycles back to the lead. Byron, Wallace, Gordon, and Cindric the top 5 with 127 laps complete. And 38 to go in stage number 2. Not quite a caution as Daniel Suarez went around entering pit road and then righted himself.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
An MSC cruise isn't just a vacation, it's a holiday full of European style
And all the things Americans love too. Come on, Bloom.
There are a ton of football matches.
Games, football games. Woo! You ready for some
I
adrenaline?
was born ready. How high is that?
So high.
Privacy.
Privacy.
Gelato.
Froyo.
Architecture.
Sharkitecture.
That is a big hat.
It's American. Of course it's big.
What a vacation.
Don't you mean holiday?
My bad.
We should stop now.
Yeah.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
A Chewy pharmacy order is en route for Summit, who loves the outdoors. So her parents use Chewy to save 20% on their first order of flea and tick meds. Delivered fast so Summit never misses a dose or an adventure. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
What causes a curve down? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that. I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at goGetSomebody.com.
I'll show you the ropes, kid. Show you the ropes.
There it is.
I'll show you the ropes.
All the parts you need, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Every home track is the start of something special. Learn more about NASCAR regional tracks near you at NASCAR.com/regional.
If you want to see who's ready for Augusta, the biggest names in golf are on Fox. Koepka, DeChambeau, DJ, Rahm, Phil. They're all teeing it up at Live Golf in Miami. And it all starts Friday, April 4th, only on Fox.
Looks like a good time, doesn't it?
Yeah. Here is a look at the green flag cycle. And again, William Byron, one of the big winners, moving up to second now behind Ryan Blaney. Let's recap pit stops first with Jamie.
Yeah, Michael Ryan came in. He was a little loose in 1 and 2, a little snug in 3 and 4, so they helped him out with some air pressures. Pretty much what we've seen up Blaney lacking overall grip off of 4, and the sun, I'll tell you, keeps going in and out, Regan, messing with these drivers in the handling.
Well, David, the 24, William Byron, as Mike just mentioned, a very nice job on that pit sequence to gain a couple of positions. Still struggling with the front turn on the car. The front tire's not working quite as good as he would like to, especially early on in runs for that 24 car. The 48 of Alex Bowman, they were very worried earlier today about the long run of the race car, but right now it's the short run he's been commenting on the most. Short runs, he can't get the right rear grip the way that he would like to. Feels like it's bouncing a little bit too much and spinning too much off of the corners. And the 77 Carson Hocevar, a great pit sequence for them, staying out, gaining all of that track positioning, holding it still as he's running right now. He was free on the long runs earlier, but right now the balance is very good. And Luke Lambert told me one of the strengths of their driver is his ability to have creativity and move all around on the racetrack. I think that's part of why they have confidence to do what they do.
Yeah, great strategy for the 77. You see him right behind Joey Logano, who did not have a good stop, and Logano is a lap down. Christopher Bell finally stopped, and because he was out for so long, he is now a lap down and not that far from 2. Larry, what happened to Logano?
Yeah, Mike, at first, as I was watching it, it looked like a lot of trouble on the left front, but it wasn't necessarily trouble on the left front. The tire changer had to index his own tire because the guy that was going to index his tire went back over there and did more repair work on the area that was damaged on that pit road accident.
So Logano 34th, Bell 35th after this green flag round of stops.
Yeah, we see the damage on the right front of that car. Look at Denny Hamlin right here. He's definitely doing a good job of keeping himself in contention. He's got fresher tires on his car, waited a little bit longer to pit, so he's having to go back through traffic.
Hamlin was in 7 or 8 laps later than the cars he's racing.
Yeah, we know, just like we saw in that first run, right? In the first stage, those guys really progressed there in the closing laps of the stage. Larson in particular. So keep an eye on Hamlin and Larson as they progress.
And he's still got about 28 laps to go in this stage, and Denny Hamlin's about nine and a half seconds back. He was about 3.5 seconds back from the leader when that cycle started. So we'll see how much ground he can make up over these next several laps.
Well, Ryan Blaney's now led just about as many laps as he has the last 2 years here, when he finished second both times. Penske now ranks 1, 2, 3 in laps led this season. Logano, Cindric, and now Blaney.
When you have a race like this going your way, Kevin, you got to start looking, where's this left hook coming from?
Well, it happened to Kyle Larson yesterday in the Xfinity race. Had a late restart there at the end, spun the tires with a big bump from behind, and wound up losing a race that he absolutely dominated. So you know how this is when you're in this position. It seems like everything's going right. The other part is it's hard to keep up with your car because you're just kicking everybody's butt so bad that you don't make big swings at your car. But it's fun to lead laps. Difficult to keep up with the racetrack sometimes.
Saw Ryan Blaney's stats there. The whole Penske team, the 3 of them, only one top 5 finish between them in the 5 races so far this year.
Well, think about if you added Josh Berry into that laps led list. We know that car comes out of the Penske racing shop that the Wood brothers had, and you hear right there, Austin Cindric starting to shift right there. So that means he's downshifting going into turn 3 as this run goes on. And a lot of it, when I drove one of those Fords and it was tight in a place like this, you would downshift that car to help that car rotate, help that car turn.
Well, he's got a mirror full of Denny Hamlin. As we are 25 laps from the finish of stage number 2, Blaney leading Byron and Wallace, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, 1, 2, 3.
Have you always had trouble with your weight? Me too.
Discover the power of Wegovy.
With Wegovy, I lost 35 pounds. And some lost over 46 pounds.
And I'm keeping the weight off.
I'm reducing my risk.
Wegovy is the only weight management medicine proven to reduce risk of major cardiovascular events such as death, heart attack, or stroke in adults with known heart disease and obesity.
Don't use Wegovy with semaglutide or GLP-1 medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it. Tell your provider if you plan to have surgery or a procedure, are breastfeeding, pregnant, or plan to be. Stop taking and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or any of these allergic reactions. Serious side effects may include pancreas inflammation and gallbladder or severe stomach problems. Call your prescriber if you have any of these symptoms. Wegovy may cause low blood sugar in people with diabetes, especially if you take medicines to treat diabetes. Call your prescriber about vision changes, if you feel your heart racing while at rest, or if you have mental changes. Depression or thoughts of suicide may occur. Common side effects include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, stomach pain, flu or upset, headache, feeling tired, dizzy or bloated, gas, and heartburn. Some side effects lead to dehydration, which may cause kidney problems.
With Wegovy,
I'm losing weight.
I'm keeping it off.
I'm lowering my CV risk.
Ask your prescriber about Wegovy.
Okay, guys, instead of getting WeatherTech, I saved a few bucks and got some cheap foreign-made floor mats. But they really stink, so put these on.
Ruby Berry?
Mom, I'm thirsty. Don't settle for cheap, stinky floor mats. At WeatherTech, we make our floor liners and cargo liners here in America out of pure, non-toxic American materials.
Dad, next time get WeatherTech. They don't stink.
I'm on it.
Find out everything we have at WT.com.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then there's the after. That boost you get when you look and feel your best. And that's why more men choose Just for Men.
Step into a world of thoughtful consideration. Everything you need is within reach. Get offers on select models at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Next week, Nascar heads to Martinsville, Virginia for a triple-header weekend. Coverage kicks off Friday with Truck Series practice at 2 p.m. Eastern on FS2.
Short track racing next weekend in Martinsville, Virginia. As in the Straight Talk Wireless 400, we have 121 laps to go, and we're inside of 20 to go in stage number 2. Ryan Blaney has dominated the day. He's led 109 of 146 laps so far in his Penske Ford.
How race going? It's going good.
Pole sitter Alex Bowman.
Been a lot of green flag racing.
Well, we know Denny Hamlin's on that strategy that waited to pit. Got a little bit fresher tire than Alex Bowman right now, but Clinton, as you know, when you get to the end of these runs like this, it just becomes difficult to finish the passes with this.
Kyle Busch hasn't even been in the top 20 all day.
Regan?
Well, Mike, give some credit to Austin Cindric and crew chief Brian Wilson right now, running in the 7th position. I sat with Austin this morning for a little while. He was very concerned about what they were going to have with that car. It was extremely loose yesterday in practice. So far today, though, it's been the opposite. They got him tightened up. He has been slowly adjusting on it to make the front turn better. He didn't expect this morning, and it's working out pretty well right now, Jamie.
Yeah, how about Bubba Wallace having a really nice stage 2 here? His teammate, though, back in 11th, and Tyler Reddick. These two teammates have very similar setups. Obviously, Reddick has just been so good here. Bubba adapting to that. They've given him some changes for nuances in his style of racing, but so far it's paying off more for Bubba. He just ran up to the team. He said the handling in 3 and 4 is going away, and they said, hey, with the sun coming and going, the track is going through a transition. Make adjustments behind the wheel.
Well, Bubba right now he's one of the fastest 5 cars on the racetrack, so wouldn't worry too much about that. Tyler Reddick, how about Reddick back in 11th spot? We expected him to be a contender today. Hasn't really worked his way to the front, not yet.
Well, we know how good he is at this racetrack, and today it has just not been in his game. You see him come down the racetrack right there, can't ride the wall. With AJ Allmendinger up in that high group, so you got to do something different. But he has definitely not been in the game at all today, Clint.
So here's William Byron, 2.3 seconds off the lead. As we're coming to 15 to go in stage number 2. Time for Sunday Fox. Rank it up. places at Homestead Miami Speedway. This progressive.
I didn't watch NASCAR when they did that, but I've watched back like old races from like 07. They used to say like, turn the TV down, they're about to speak again.
Side by side.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
Quick! The quicker picker-upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance. The attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado. Because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
Welcome back to Papa John's. I'm hand stuffing this mozzarella to make our epic stuffed crust pizza.
Epic.
Epic. Hey! We're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Sounds like you need to vaporize that cold.
Dayquil Vapo Cool?
It's Dayquil, plus a brush of Vicks Vapors.
Dayquil Vapor Cool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, stuffy head, power through your day medicine.
Welcome to more.
Got a great year ahead.
Where the roads don't have limits on how fast you can go.
Big crew, we're going to fall out right here.
Or the sights you're gonna see. Welcome to new places. Familiar faces and memories in the making. Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR.
Street football is back. It's the UFL kickoff weekend. Here we go. Friday, the St. Louis Battlehawks take on the Houston Roughnecks. Then, Saturday, the San Antonio Brahmas lock horns with the Arlington Renegades. UFL kickoff weekend, Friday at 8 Eastern on Fox.
It's all in the bees. William Byron wins the Daytona 500. Christopher Bell goes on a streak. Josh Berry wins last week. Carson Hocevar on social media says there is a B at the start of his last name, but it's silent.
Well, these two Bs are having trouble with these lap cars. They're giving them fits. Blaney cannot get around them on that outside, but Byron can get to his bumper. He can't do anything with him. Here's Denny trying to pass his car as well, Wallace.
Yeah, and he's had trouble getting by Bubba Wallace, and he's able to make the pass right there. Kyle Larson right there in 5th place.
Well, we're only 7 laps from the end of stage 2, so everybody trying to stay on the lead lap going into stage 3.
Look how close Hamlin and Larson have caught. They have caught Blaney and Byron here having trouble with these lappers.
Yeah, they're having trouble with those lappers. That's the big thing, and those lappers do not want to get lapped right here at the end of this stage. So if you're one of those guys that are on the tail end of the lead lap, hold your line, don't come off that top groove, run wherever that leader is running. You want your car right in front of him to take that air off of his nose.
So that would be Custer, Chastain, and Gilliland just in front of Ryan Blaney and William Byron, and they may split them. Trying to get by. Whoa, that's close. Blaney the high road, Byron looking the low road, but not making the pace here. And Hamlin has passed Byron for second.
And that's what happens when you get in these shuffles with these lap cars and not having being at the end of these runs. There's nowhere to go, Clint. The fast line is around the top, and the lap cars are not doing anything wrong.
But here comes Larson after Byron.
Well, they have to hold on as hard as they can to try to stay on that lead lap. This is good racing right here, 5 to go.
And we know Kyle Larson, he's got fresher tires than all these guys. His pit strategy was to wait a little bit longer, so that's really paying off for him right now.
Blaney now has to deal with that Toyota that draws to his inside. Denny Hamlin just ahead, trying to stay on the lead lap is Ross Chastain. Florida man up in the top crew. Here comes the leader to the inside.
Yeah, now he's got Denny Hamlin right there with him with a big run off the corner and fresher tires.
Comes a crossover. Larry, I am sold on this splitting the stages in half.
Man, I have some Machina's hair on me right now.
Marching to the front. Remember,
I miss her so much.
It's a longer stage. Will they go with that same strategy again?
I think that principle is going to apply for a lot of these cars. And everybody sees that on pit road. Everybody's going to start migrating a little bit closer to it, I would think.
Yeah, and the crazy part, Clint, is it's happened twice now, and it's still the same guys that have done it. And both times they've been on the winning side of making that strategy better.
Clear up quick. Comes Blaney back for a crossover. Saw that coming.
Blaney trying for Larson. Probably wouldn't be in this position had he not had a 3-second longer pit stop than Denny Hamlin, who now has the lead. 3 to go.
Well, we talk about everything mattering and getting on and off of pit road. In your pit stall, the time of the pit crew, it all matters, and those 3 seconds add up.
Whoa, sideways. Hang on to it, Kyle. Trying that line that he was doing earlier, about the apex of the 3 and 4. He'll pull down and come off of that wall a little bit. Didn't like it that time. Got to be careful with those tires. With the 2 to go, throw caution to the wind. Let's go.
Well, Hamlin and Larson's tires are 7 or 8 laps fresher than Blaney's, and that is certainly showing up with the pass and the result here for stage 2.
Yeah, it's about 7/10 faster, too.
Well, the lap times just get those last 10, 12 laps of the run on the long portion of the guys that stop short. The delta is just so much different.
That's a nerve-wracking long run to wait that out, though.
All right, final lap of the stage.
At the end of this stage, but it looks like it's going to.
Also waiting is Joey Logano. He's trying to hold on to the pre-pass position at the end of this stage in one more lap. Logano's going a lap down along with Gilliland, Kyle Busch, and Christopher Bell.
Great run off of 2. It's not over yet. What are they going to do with this lapper? Cole Custer in front of them. Larson's going to shoot to the inside. Custer doesn't give him that outside. This could be it. Larson really hooked that bottom good. It's going to be a drag race. Here comes the momentum.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Denny Hamlin is going to win stage 2 at Homestead in a really close finish for the stage end there.
First stage win at all since stage 2 here last season. Hamlin Larson at the end of stage number 2.
All right.
New leader, new players.
I'm going to go outside and smoke. Oh, shit.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew? You? Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast.
Yeah, I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I will be back for the start of stage 3.
What's a jack?
That was about a
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline.
30
okay.
or 40, 45-minute green flag run.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter one wolf, chances are there's a pack nearby. Fortunately, the same applies to beer. Head for the mountains of
Before the Masters, the biggest names in golf are on Fox. Koepka, DeChambeau, winners of 7 majors, plus DJ, Rob, Sergio, how about Phil, Bubba, Patrick? Yeah, we got him. 10 green jackets between them. Live Golf Miami, Sunday, April 6th, only on Fox.
Come gather around, people.
A Complete Unknown is one of the best films of the year.
Who wrote this?
He did. It's exhilarating.
Bobby, who do you want to be?
Whatever it is they don't want me to be.
Critics give it 5 stars.
We're getting a glimpse of a new future. I'm not sure they want to hear what I want to play, Johnny.
I want to hear it.
For the times they are a-changing.
A Complete Unknown, inspired by the true story of Bob Dylan.
Kick back. It's smooth streaming ahead with Fios Premium channels. Checking into everyone's favorite resort. Finding love and freedom in a hopeless place. Solving a mystery from the afterlife. A street king grabbing his throne. And keeping it crazy, but calling it courage. See it all on Max, Paramount Plus with Showtime, MGM Plus, Stars, Cinemax. Anywhere you are with Fios TV mobile app. Order premium networks on channel 860.
The Hocevar problem, the biggest problem I have with him is when he was 13, 14 years old, whatever it was, I was racing at one of his home tracks in Michigan with a super late model while I was a Cup guy. Lap 8, lap 11, somewhere early in the race. Like, I wasn't that great, but I was going to bide my time, and I was just riding, right? Like, you ride. He comes right up alongside of me, sideswipes me, puts me in the front stretch fence, and goes on, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Never nothing after the fact, never a sorry, hey, my bad.
Yeah.
And, like, same thing right now. It's just, like, he hasn't learned not one thing because he hasn't been under someone's wing this entire time.
Well, join Kevin every Tuesday and Thursday for the most outspoken podcast in NASCAR. Kevin Harvick's Happy Hour, presented by Echo Park Automotive. You heard Kyle Busch there using Hocevar and Problem right in very close proximity there.
Well, that's what happens when you got a new guy that's fast, right?
Yeah.
Kyle's been there. I've been there. It's a scenario that you just have to deal with when there's new guys on the racetrack and you feel like they're invading your turf. Sometimes, and when you're young, you want to prove that you're fast and you want to put yourself in a position to stand your ground. So definitely interesting to hear some history right there.
Well, that's what I love to hear you say that. I remember when you came into the sport, and I remember when Kyle Busch came into the sport. He was the same guy, just like you.
Well, today that new guy is 9th right now, and Kyle Busch a lap down, along with some fellows we thought could be players like Logano, Chastain, Bell, and Busch are all 1 lap down right now.
Yeah, Chastain had some trouble on that run. He was 18th and fell all the way back to 30th, being the first one to pit road.
They should open the pits this time. Here they come around turn 2, watching from our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, celebrating 100 years of an American icon, the Goodyear blimp. Denny Hamlin leading from Kyle Larson, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Bubba Wallace. They've all had a chance at the front spot today. Holster Alex Bowman, then Cindric, Elliott, Hocevar, and Reddick are the drivers who scored stage points. Now, Joey Logano did stay in the free pass position because Hamlin did not lap Cole Custer coming to the line, so Logano will get the free pass. Here come the leaders, Jamie.
And Denny Hamlin leads them off. First stage win of the season. Said better grip late exit there, so they're trending in the right direction. Another air pressure assessment for the 11. You see the 12 of Ryan Blaney as well. Just burned up his tires with that battle for the lead there. Slower on the last stop, trying to fix that here. You see Kyle Larson, it was four tires as well. No adjustments, happy with the Regan.
24 William Byron on the bottom right. Needed to be fighter after the green flag stops right there. He burst the rears up too much as they ran.
Man, it's close quarters on that pit road, Kevin. There was a lot of guys locking brakes up, trying to avoid one another. Blaney was one of them.
Well, Blaney had a tough go at it right there. He looked like a pinball getting bounced off of so many times.
Sure did. 6 spots down.
So Denny Hamlin comes up with the win in stage number 2.
To tell you the truth, we could take or leave the extravagance, the attention, the celebrity, the bragging rights, the bravado, because all we've ever really wanted is for every Ford driver to feel this.
We got the house! Don't worry about the driving with Pods. Pack at your pace, store your things until you're ready. Then we deliver to your new home, across town or across the country. Pods, your personal moving and storage team.
The Fox Nation Spring Sale is happening now for just $2.99 a month. Start streaming Fox Nation's original exclusive premium content. The Fox Nation Spring Sale, just $2.99 a month. Sign up today.
Life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Freedom is getting to write your own. So get 10% off a Jeep Wrangler, or get into a Jeep Grand Cherokee, where freedom is on-road or off, where it's a front row seat to the seat, or a second row seat, maybe even a third. Life doesn't come with an owner's manual, so get out there and write your own.
During the Jeep Celebration event, well-qualified current FCA lessees can lease the 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $259 a month. See your upstate New York Jeep brand dealer today.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Schwarzkopf has 125 years of professional hair expertise. That's why I trust them to create the perfect blonde. To help you tell your story and feel more like you. Schwarzkopf, what story will you tell?
Live here on FS1 in Miami, exciting conclusion coming your way. We have just completed stage 2 after the round of pit stops with Jamie McMurray. I'm Chris Myers. The sun has broken through. It's been cloudy much of the day. 6 champions of NASCAR in this race, each looking for their first win of this year. Among them, Ryan Blaney, who has led the most laps. He also was the stage 1 winner. Here's a quick recap of the race. And problems not like last week on pit road, but Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, some contact here. Joey Logano, a 3-time champ who's won here before, in trouble. Christopher Bell, who had his 3-win streak snapped last week with a spin, went a lap down. And more problems in the pit. Was an on-car view, and it looked like the in-car view was Josh Berry kind of causing it.
Yeah, guys being so aggressive getting out of their stall. You see Josh Berry gets into the side of Kyle Larson right here. Joey Logano again, kind of an innocent victim. Both he and Berry end up the wrong direction on pit road.
And then Denny Hamlin taking stage 2. He has 3 wins here. That's tied for the most in the history of this racetrack. So we have the Hendrick and Hamlin in. We have Blaney. Who are you keeping an eye on?
Well, strategy has got both Hamlin and Larson to the front. They seem to have the best cars on the long run. Ryan Blaney finds himself a little bit behind right now. It's going to be interesting to see, can he work through traffic? He struggled with that at the end of that stage.
Pit strategy, pit mistakes, and who has the fastest? Let's go back to Mike.
Thanks, Chris. Well, pit road has been an interesting place on this round of stops. Ryan Blaney came in 3rd and came out 9th. Here's his radio.
Make a left run, the 9 destroyed it.
Stay sorry.
No.
Cleared him up.
Got hit left rear a little bit too by the 19. That gets absolutely destroyed by the 9.
So a whole lot of not good there. Speaking of the 9, he has a pit entry violation. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's a look at Blaney.
That just pulled straight out with Blaney coming on with momentum, but look how much it's slowed him down. Just keeps compiling worse and worse. Then he loses 6 spots on pit road.
Definitely not destroyed, though. I think that might have been a little bit
frustration.
A little bit of frustration.
Now there's that damage on Kyle Larson's car from earlier. Not sure how much of an effect that will have.
Well, not much.
No, not so far. And Chase Elliott will restart at the back for a pit entry violation. Under caution, you must enter pit road single file. Here's their radio.
I just had them look at it because I gave the spot back. They all checked up. I moved left to not run in the back of someone, and then I gave him the spot back before I even turned down. Just have them look at it. That's a very reasonable thing.
I don't think it matters if you give it back. If you didn't enter single file, you didn't enter single file.
Kevin, short run speed really hasn't been in the 5's favor. It'll be interesting if he can hold off the 11. Had really good short run speed.
Well, it's also as close as he's been to the front, starting on that front row with clean air.
Hamlin outside, Larson inside as we restart for stage 3.
Yeah, and you see back there in the middle of the pack, Noah Gragson. I don't know who that car was that he just basically drove over to get that spot in the middle of the racetrack.
4 wide.
Which lane? Yeah. Look at them bouncing off each other. Man, quick high right there for Bowman.
Bowman up top, that was Briscoe in the middle making contact. And on the bottom, Cindric. All fighting for 6th place.
Well, you can tell that this is getting closer to the end of this race. These guys are trying to get everything they can on these restarts, being super aggressive.
Don't know where Tyler Reddick has been, but he's up there for 4th place right now.
Sure has. Time's right. 93 to go. Here he comes.
Restarted 7th.
Finally getting a couple cautions there and enabling him to make some adjustments.
Finished stage 2 in 10th place, gained a couple of spots on pit road, and here he comes.
Yeah, they give that guy, Tyler Reddick, some more track position, and he can utilize that car up against the wall. That's going to put him in a position to be really a contender at the end of this race, which he hasn't been all day.
I just placed a food order.
Yes,
Oh,
he is.
shit.
He had short run speed yesterday in practice. Does
I
not
forgot
surprise
to
me. Bubba Wallace's
change
car
it
was
back.
extremely fast yesterday. I like what I saw out of that.
Wallace paced Group 1 practice.
Well, we saw that at Las Vegas last week.
It was only about a
great
minute.
short run speed to start practice and in the race. And right now he's up alongside Kyle Larson for the lead.
I bet you Kyle just lets him go. Come on out there. Take off sprint. I'll run you. See you later.
Well, and to Larry's point, there's a couple ways that you can split this stage up into 2 stops or 1 stop. So it'll be interesting to see which way a lot of these guys go, as we've seen that split it in half strategy be the best.
And look at Wallace this season. He's had 1 race in Atlanta that was without incident and got him a top 10 finish.
Yeah, and I think when you look at those finishes for Bubba, that's definitely, he's run better than he has finished. He's had some great speed at a lot of those racetracks.
Bowman, Byron, Reddick. This is all for 4th place. Jamie?
Well, I talked to Charles tonight, the crew chief for Bubba Wallace, about that because they have been getting a ton of stage points this season. He said our stage 1, stage 2 has been so good. Our pace is good, speed is good, and we're firing together. He said the problem is stage 3, and that's what we're in right now. He said things just happen, bad luck, or we make mistakes. We saw it happen last week at Vegas. So the game plan coming in, finish this race.
Whole different scenario for Blaney. Finally, some cars in front of him that weren't lap traffic, Kevin. Way different scenario.
And that's the tough part about dominating these races early in the first half of the race. When we talked about this earlier, it's hard to keep up with the changes on your car. And now he's in traffic. All these guys have been in traffic all day working on their car. So now when you're in traffic, it puts you behind on the adjustments on your car from the rest of the day.
You're asking a lot more out of your car, too. Having to lean on them tires a lot harder than you did out there in the clean air, making these passes as he passes, make his way around Byron.
Lining up to 5th.
All these things stack up.
He's still got a fast car. He just needs to be patient. He's right in the mix with the leaders right there. Bubba Wallace a little out in front of these guys, but he's still in the mix. Don't get impatient. We're going to have to make another pit stop. There's a lot of things to happen between now and the end of the race. Take care of that car.
Alex Bowman in 4th. Now that time he tried the bottom in turns 3 and 4, where everybody else was riding the top. Maybe just to see what it was like.
But I think the other thing that's sticking out here is Tyler Reddick. Bubba Wallace's teammate Tyler Reddick. He must have had a good restart because his speed is not where it needs to be right now. Jamie?
Well, and often, Kevin, you hear us talk about tear-offs during the pit stops. Well, Tyler Reddick, when he came in, they went to grab a tear-off and pull it. They didn't get it all the way off, and it flat back down. He's not concerned about it, but this is what it looks like. He's got a vision like this, basically not a clear view. It gets a lot of that dirt and rubber buildup. So this is important for the clarity, but the 45 didn't get it this time.
You see the bubbles in it right there. He's going to lose 7th spot to Austin Cindric here, and for the lead,
Alex Palou wins IndyCar race.
Place. Earlier it was the lead, and
back-to-back wins.
Yeah, he started up front.
That's an easy one overlooked there. Every other pass has been for the lead. I'll tell you what, don't count that guy out. Never count a good man out, man. He is rolling. Still has that speed. He'd still have this lead, in my opinion, if it wasn't for the strategy difference.
And the driver's a little bit frustrated and a little bit mad. To me, that's when you kind of get a little bit up on that wheel a little bit more just because you're a little bit angry.
It was almost seconds quicker than the leader of that lap.
In traffic. Ryan Blaney's car is always good on the long run. We've documented this before, but he turns the wheel less, his car is freer, and that really plays to his benefit when he's in traffic and is at a place like Homestead where traffic is super tough. When everybody gets up against the wall and line sensitive, it gives him more options than most people have on a week-to-week basis.
The other part of that impresses me about Blaney is usually when I hear somebody say that or I experience that at the long run speed, it comes at the expense of something, right? Short run speed. And for him, he's able to do both. Very aggressive on restarts with a free race car, which is extremely hard to do, and still has a long run speed. Ryan Blaney.
All right, Larry, is your calculator burning overtime?
I'm telling you, Mike, the batteries are gone in it. There could be 3 potential strategies here, but let's go down to Regan on Carson Hocevar first.
Well, so his battery's having trouble right now. Larry's Carson Hocevar. He came on the radio.
Oh, Hocevar has the hood up on pit road.
Power. They're going to check the alternator on the car. Unfortunate after they had a good run going in earlier on.
Hamlin retakes third from Blaney. Back to Larry.
Yeah, Mike, there could be 3 potential strategies here. We know that Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, they've been splitting it in half. That means they have to run 47 laps a run, which would put them pitting around lap 220. Now, if you do what a lot of them have been doing and you come a little early, you're going to come around somewhere around lap 213 to 215. The numbers show it's not the way to go, but you could split the stages in thirds. That means you would have to run about 30 to 32 laps a run. You know what? If you're desperate, that may be the way to try.
Well, Christopher Bell on pit road right now. Bell won a lap down earlier. Of course, he has those 3 wins in his pocket, so they're trying to make the best of a bad
Crazy
day.
that there was no power at the IndyCar race. Yeah, that was crazy. I actually switched to Fox for a bit.
Wallace has now been out in front for the last 10 laps with a half-second lead over Kyle Larson.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace is the leader.
COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain.
That's true. How are they going to do that?
What a wonderful... Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Verizon and AT&T announced price hikes a total of 10 times in the past 2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile blows the competition away. T-Mobile will also give you up to $800 when you switch. Mind blown. Is that a jet engine?
Go to T-Mobile.com. See how families can save 20% and get $800.
That's lunch.
Valvoline Restore and Protect. A first-of-its-kind innovation that returns
one
pistons to
caution at the
factory clean
IndyCar race
by removing up to 100% of deposits. Restore your engine to perform like new. Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
You're seeing Skechers' famous glide step footwear everywhere. And now that famous design is available in hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Get the comfort and style of glide step now with the convenience of slip-ins with no bending down or touching your shoes. Try glide step Skechers slip-ins.
Imagine the roar of the engines, the smell of burnt rubber, the electrifying energy of the crowd. It feels like America. It's the Food City 500 NASCAR weekend, April 11th through the 13th. It's racing the way it ought to be. This year, it's a triple-header weekend with the thrill of trucks, Xfinity, and Cup racing, packed into 3 heart-pounding days. Visit BristolMotorspeedway.com for tickets and details.
Pit road's been a busy place today, and it has kind of settled the fate of a number of our competitors who find themselves a lap down at this point, and there's a bunch of them from Ross Chastain on down. Herbst, Busch, Gilliland, Van Gisbergen, and Bell 1 lap down. Christopher Bell just pitted. Cody Ware down 2, and J.J. Haley just made a stop. He is down 3. Carson Hocevar's taking his car to the garage.
Well, they're running him down now, Kevin. That's a lot faster lap time from Larson and Blaney in tow. Blaney's running both down.
Yeah, Blaney's got the best car right now. He's definitely been able to make all this lap time in traffic as you see him get loose with Larson coming down the racetrack right there.
Tyler Reddick back in 7th, not happy with his car.
Focus there, make the most of it.
Restarted 7th, running 7th, 4.3 seconds back to the leader.
Yeah, he restarted 7th, and he kind of got up into that top 5 mix with a good restart. Definitely doesn't like the way that his car handles at the beginning of these runs.
Back to the boards and coming.
Here comes Larson.
Well, I think Kyle Larson knows that he needs to keep Ryan Blaney behind him. He knows that Blaney has a better car than him right now. So anything that he can do to play defense and keep that 12 car behind him or get around this 23 car, but ever since that moment, Blaney's kind of fallen back a little bit. It's the interesting part about Homestead. You make a mistake, the car slides, the car pushes, pass somebody, get repassed. There's just this interesting dynamic of always searching for the grip as Larson basically just lays up on the wall right there and drives around the corner.
Well, it's time. We're 30 laps into this run, and that's when that outside line right on the wall seems to start prevailing, and that's what you're seeing with the 5 car. I think the 12 is being smart there, though. He's staying out of the wake of those 2 cars and kind of biding his time, taking care of those tires, and if he sees Larson get to walls, he gets sideways, he might be there to pounce on them both. At this point, it's all about safety, tires, and management.
And you say that, though, when you want to save the tires here, you just don't want to slide the car. You want to go as fast as it'll go without sliding the back tires. There's really...
And how do you do that? It's in the wake of that car in front of you. It's going to take the downforce off your car. It's going to be a lot harder on them tires trying to make up the difference.
And this is what Larson did last time. He really messed Blaney up. He drove down the racetrack in the middle of the corner and took that nose out from underneath him and got the back end sliding around.
Reddick trying to come back on Byron here. This is for 6th place.
Right back to the 70 more.
And Reddick makes the pass. He's been up as high as 4th. Here's a look at what's around the turn on Fox. The NHRA Arizona Nationals are next on FS1. And the NASCAR Cup Series heads for Martinsville next Sunday on FS1, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And IndyCar will be back in action at Long Beach, on the streets of Long Beach, Sunday, April 13th on Fox.
Can't quite get a good enough run at him. It seems like the slide job works better in 1 and 2 than it does in 3 and 4. You can get up beside him off the 4 and get that run. See the big run he gets off the 2? Needs to try to do that getting into 3. He might go for a slide job right here.
It definitely has more lanes. Down here in 3 and 4, you want to put the right sides or the left sides on that seam,
trying to come for the lead.
Car the most. But if he can just maintain right here and put himself in a position to do that slide job like you're talking about 1 and 2, much easier to make that happen down there.
Watch the run he gets off the 2. Gives up a little bit, entry, first half of the corner, and then here he comes.
And it looks like he's running 20 miles an hour faster through the middle of the corner.
Wallace up high to take the air off of Larson. They both enter high. So does Blaney.
It's a timing thing for me watching this. I think he just needs to get his timing right, catch him right, where he has some momentum off of 4 and get the pass done down here in 1 and 2.
Yeah, and it's so interesting. You have to lift really early right here going into turn 1 and go throttle back up to the center of the corner, lift a little bit again, and then put the throttle down for the rest of the exit of the corner. Once you feel like the back of the car or the front of the car has the right amount of grip, but got to let off really early when you're running that high line and almost throttle back up for the end of the
Larson's coming for the lead once again.
Bubba does a great job down here in 3 and 4, right up on the wall where Larson wants to be.
But
he's not really slow there.
Bubba's going to once again clear him.
Right now. If you're Bubba, just do what you're doing. Don't worry about where he is. You've got the track position.
I like the line he's running in 1 and 2. See how much time he beats him in the first half of the corner? He's going to come back up on him, but he doesn't catch him with enough momentum to do anything in 3 and 4.
And all that's brought Blaney back into play here. Now now 3 car lengths behind Larson. 25, that's how many laps Bubba Wallace has led. It's the most laps he's led all season, and it's the most laps he's ever led here at Homestead, Miami.
Now, you see these guys starting to back up. You keep an eye on Hamlin as well. You see 1.4 seconds, that gap's going to shrink. He's catching them.
Yeah, a lot of this, the reason that they're backing up to Hamlin, he's got a little bit better clean air. Bubba Wallace's car is starting to slow down a little bit, but the guys in the 5 and the 12 are not fast enough to make that move on Bubba, so it's checking the whole thing up. And the closer Denny gets, he'll kind of fall into this pack and what their speed is, because he's had cleaner air to get to that point.
Now, all the leaders got tires at the same time at lap 169. Is there anything anymore to cooling your tires? I mean, not just saving your tires by not abusing them, but cooling your tires and waiting and then making a run?
I've never found that to work for me. Rhythm. Yeah, I think that the rhythm is definitely the most important thing, to get into the rhythm of how much partial throttle it'll take through the center of the corner, where you're lifting, how much brake you're using. So that rhythm is by far the most important thing to lap time here, especially when you get on old tires.
Bubba Wallace running 34.66 the last lap, quickest car on the racetrack, ahead of Kyle Larson by half a second.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my food.
This Friday. Time to get to work. Get ready. Wear a suit. I don't have a suit. How ready? For the movie that's giving human traffickers what they deserve.
I think he's dead.
Good. A Working Man. Rated R. Friday.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew?
You?
Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks, like that. What's wrong with going in circles? Different circles, Ross.
Okay.
Head for the mountains.
Wendy's has a fresh JBC or double stack in the app for only $1. In fact, they're so fresh, this JBC is still getting made. There she is. Show off. For the freshest deals on what you love, gotta be Wendy's.
This is Toyota Gazoo Racing. We've got fast cars and even faster drivers. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
A bucolic Sunday morning in Arizona was shattered with this massive explosion for Ron Capps during the first round of Funny Car Eliminations. It is an incredible sequence, and you'll see it all following the NASCAR race as the NHRA Arizona Nationals blows its stop here in the desert.
Caution.
Ryan Blaney's engine goes up in smoke. second engine failure of the year for the number 12. They lost one at Phoenix.
Ryan Blaney. And that is fine that I missed that by a bit because I missed the restart by a bit.
They did have that.
So it equals out.
Look at that cloud of smoke.
Anyway,
that baby blew.
Now I'm going to go get my pick.
It was a rocket ship. Had a fast car, boys. He did everything he could do. Unfortunately, the motor let go.
Well, we talked about this. Yeah, we talked about this at Phoenix as to whether this was a sign of something that the Fords had going on and where that would lead. We saw this with Toyota, last year when they had multiple engine failures. So now that's 2 for Blaney. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this as we go forward. But what terrible luck for this car.
You don't see him blow up like that. That's lower end.
So we're under caution for the 4th time today. You see Blaney's made it back around to his pit where they lifted the hood and surveyed the damage and quickly put it back down. The wrecker is going to take him to the garage. Well, his car, that is. He's out. And short day for Ryan Blaney after leading 124 laps. 2/3 of this race. He was the first place car.
Well, they need a fire extinguisher right there because that is officially burning.
So frustrating. We've all had it, Kevin. It's part of it, part of motorsports. You're asking a lot out of these race engines, pushing them to the max.
But that's 2 out of the last 3 races, and the only Ford, as you pointed out, to blow up like that in these last 3 races.
Well, I know it's part of racing, but man, does it stink. It is the worst, and it never happens when your car is running like crap. It always happens when they're fast.
You say stink, literally. I smell the oil now. I just came into the booth. You smell that?
Yep.
Hey, guys, are still on fire.
Yeah, they're going to be a while cleaning this one up. So with 58 laps to go, we'll take a break from Homestead Miami Speedway. I'll take you side by side.
Welcome to more. Where the roads don't have limits on how fast you can go.
Big crew, we got to fall out right here.
Or the sights you're gonna see. Welcome to new places. Familiar faces and memories in the making. Welcome to a whole new season of NASCAR.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. Spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for those new sneakers they need, the unlimited streaming he needs. And with Straight Talk, spring for something you never knew you needed. Spring forward with real unlimited data and a free 5G phone with select plans on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
Yeah, Blaney's
Your bike is
done.
officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. You can now safely go wherever the wind takes us.
That's right.
It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way, you know? Oh, man.
Didn't think this through, did you?
No. You go without me. The owner and I aren't on speaking terms. Apparently the refills are limited. Okay. It's not okay.
Introducing 2 new Baja Chipotle subs featuring our world-famous Baja Chipotle sauce. Listen, that's the Baja Chipotle talking. Well, it's actually me talking, but you know what I mean. Find your fresh with the new Baja Chipotle collection at Subway. This Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy edges.
It's no ordinary square. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear has wavy perforations that tear so much better, with more cushiony softness. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night. Fox is your home for America's pastime. In prime time. And that can't miss showtime. Baseball Night in America is back. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome to Truck Country. Welcome to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Working the fourth caution of the day at Homestead Miami Speedway, Ryan Blaney's engine let go, taking him from the race after he had run 124 laps, 2/3 of the race. Been a contender pretty much all day. Jamie?
Yeah, it was a great day, and I just told Ryan if you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all these last few
Ryan
weeks.
Blaney.
Ryan, what did you feel and see inside the car there?
Nothing. I didn't have any warning. It just laid over when I got back to wide open down the front, and that was all she wrote. So, yeah, but gosh, it stinks. I mean, really fast Dent Wizard Ford Mustang. Led a lot of laps. Lost a little bit of track position there with some stuff on pit road. But, you know, got back to third, and it was a great race between, you know, me and Bubba Larson. I'm sure Denny was going to get back into it, and it's going to be a heck of a battle, you know, the last 60 laps or so, but just didn't really work out for us. So continue to keep fighting. I appreciate the 12 guys for giving me just a hot rod. I mean, incredibly fast race car today. So, you know, keep our head up. Just one of those things where it's not really going our way right now, but the good news is we're bringing fast cars, and that's all you can ask for. So keep on moving.
Third DNF of the season for Ryan Blaney, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. Let's ride and listen. Now that was from Denny Hamlin. And here's the 12. There, laid it.
There she rode. Never a fun feeling from a driver's standpoint, especially when they're unexpected like that all of a sudden.
So officially, Blaney will be 36th today. He and keep an eye on
contained.
Pit road is open.
Keep an eye on the 11 and the 5. That's where that 12 came to rest. A lot of oil on the race.
Well, not for Ryan Blaney.
Jamie.
Yeah, exactly, Clint. They just warned Larson as well. Be careful, your left side went straight through. The team was actually helping with the cleanup. Larson saying it's a little too free. They're going to make small adjustments here. Just an air pressure adjustment for the 5 to 23. Bubba Wallace, just one top 10 in his career here, having a stellar day. 4 tires there, air pressure as well. Regan.
24, William Byron, too tight the entire run, as he has been all day after yellow flag stopped. The 48 of Alex Bowman as well, too tight. So Blake Harris, I just need front turn. Please give me front turn.
So Bubba will win the race off pit road.
Alex Bowman picks up a spot. Austin Cindric, Chris Butcher each pick up 3. .54 laps to go. I believe Kyle Busch will get the free pass under this caution. Put him back on the lead lap. Well, Kevin, we've got 54 to go right now. We'll restart with, 50 laps to go. How hard do you want to push? How soon?
I think you want to go right off the bat. You have to try to get control of the race. I think that the 23 car is a little bit better than the other 2 guys on the restarts. I think that Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin over the long run seem to be pretty even, but it was hard to tell because Larson couldn't run that high line without traffic in front of him. So this is going to be interesting. I think you want to get control of the race as fast as you can.
All right, penalties. Austin Cindric and William Byron too fast entering pit road. Ricky Stenhouse had an uncontrolled tire, so they will be restarting in the rear. Well, pit road, we knew it would be a game changer today, and so did our drivers.
Uh, 21. Drove right by the door. Yeah, 10-4. We'll take a look at it. Thanks. I'll check Jalen. Back right front out there. Come back around here. You're good. Head off. We're going to get a good stop. Full drive. Back by everybody. Take the left front. Roll it.
7th most narrow pit on the NASCAR circuit. Narrow pit road, that is. There are all the wave arounds going past the Corvette pace car as we get ready to restart. Wallace ahead of Larson and Hamlin. Toyota, Chevy, Toyota, the first three. The first Ford is Austin Cindric in 6th, but he's under penalty. So make that Chris Buescher.
You got A.J. Allmendinger here. I was just praising him under break, Kevin, how good a job he was doing. We've been watching this for a couple weeks. Had a bad pit stop there, guys. 12-second stop, lost 5 spots. Can he gain him back?
Well, he's gained him back all day. He's done a really good job today. His car's handling well, and look for him to gain some of those spots back. But great day for that team.
So Cindric dropping to the back. In fact, Allmendinger, the cars either side of him. Austin Dillon in 11th, Ryan Preece in 13th. All having a good fight for a top 10 spot today.
Great stop for Buescher and company in the 17, gained him 3 spots.
And guys, we talk about long run. If we go green to the end, this will be the longest run of the day. And how about the pit crews? The 23, 906, the 5 pit crew, 97, the 11, 97 on that stop right there.
All right, Larry, William Byron stopping to top off and to check something there on the right rear, and now they're going to the left side.
Yeah, they're just making adjustments, Mike. There's no benefit to topping it off with fuel with basically less than 50 laps to go.
That's right. They're under penalty, yes. So they have to restart tail into the longest line anyway.
In fact, they were lowering the back of that car down a little bit, Kevin. Round out of the right rear, half round out of the left rear.
Yeah, and that's hard to get that right here. You want the back of the car as low as you can to get the diffuser as low as you can to the car, but we've heard some of the drivers talk about the bumps and things, and so the lower that you can make that when have the stops right, the more downforce it's going to make.
Well, he's going to need it back there in that dirty air.
New player in the first 3 rows, Chris Buescher. He's the highest Ford in this race. He is in 6th. Chase Briscoe 7th. Noah Gragson 8th. Dillon and Allmendinger fill the top 10 ahead of Preece, McDowell, and Haley. So a bunch of new players up toward the front.
This is exactly what we've been watching with Buescher. Just steady Eddie, and all of a sudden here at the end, right in position for a solid finish.
Wallace and Larson will lead them back to green.
Back green.
Now we see that outside lane get connected right there. That's as good as we've seen.
Look out. Elliott to the inside of Gillen, I think that was. Man, that was close.
It's almost 4 wide for the lead. Behind Wallace now.
Huge run on the outside for Bowman.
It's going to hold him up. Bowman's going to pull away.
Bowman on the high line trying to wrest second away from Denny Hamlin, and does at the line. Well, you're right, Kevin. Nobody held back. They would get all you can get as soon as you can get it, right?
Well, it's better to have the best track position that you can have before all the cars get singled out running that top groove. It just becomes harder to be able to pass because the cars are more into one line. So you want to get everything that you can on these restarts. It might be the last one. You never know.
Hold on to it, Bowman.
Oh man.
Hamlin fought back and then ran out of racetrack. Here's Larson to his inside now.
Not clear. That was as close as you can get. Not turning right into the wall, didn't it, Kevin?
Yes, it did. And definitely got cleared. And when he wasn't clear right there, caught the front end of Larson's car.
5 cars under a blanket for 3rd place.
Luckily, we didn't wind up with a wreck right there.
Now 2 by 3 for 4th on back.
This is the run Chase Briscoe needed in that 19 car. We were talking about this in the pre-race show. This kid in this new ride has had a little bit of trouble, a little bit of rough start here, but man, a solid run right here is just what you're talking about for this team.
Well, you said it right there, team. It's not just been Chase Briscoe. They've had all kinds of things go on, but for Chase Briscoe's confidence, for his crew chief and team's confidence, they just need a whole day to go exactly like this, where we don't really notice them, but they're running inside the top 5 at the end of the race.
Single-digit finish. Just get me a solid run here, man. A top 5 would be huge for this team. Big turnaround, right in the ship, baby.
Briscoe trying to take Hamlin for 4th here. Drives down the inside. Briscoe starts with a beat. Bubba starts with a beat. Does that count?
I'm not sure that counts, Mike. We're going to have to go to the judges.
I see what you're saying. I like what you did. Hey, I think it counts. Tell you what's counting. 17, Austin Dillon. We haven't talked about him. Haven't seen him all day long. This is a good track for that 3 car in Austin Dillon, and he's showing up at the right time. 47 to go.
Yeah, we see several guys in the top 10 are showing up at the right time. Noah Gregson back into the top 10. Ryan Priest is running 11. Austin Dillon, typically good at this racetrack, and you see that 16 car, AJ Allmendinger, working his way back forward.
Right back in the top 10. That is overachieving. That team is doing a really good job in these mile and a half. I am impressed with that 16 car.
Todd Gilliland with an unscheduled pit stop. Let's check with Jamie.
Yeah, they've been taking big swings at AJ Allmendinger, 16 machine. Overall, pretty happy with it, but it runs better when they're lighter on fuel because of the way it's bouncing around. So that last stop, Clint, I know you were interested in why it was longer. They had to hold him and wait a little bit longer on fuel. So that was the 12-second stop. He gave up a couple of positions and fell outside the top 10 there. Now, you guys also mentioned Chase Briscoe. What an undertaking it's been for this young man to switch from Ford to Toyota and jump into the Joe Gibbs way. I talked to his crew chief, James Small. He said he likes a tighter car than what Martin Truex Jr. liked, and it's taken a lot of getting used to what he needs. Chase admitted he's had to change his driving style to get comfortable, and it's good to see them having this solid run. They really needed it.
Yeah, absolutely. Denny Hamlin keeping the top teammates battling right there behind Kyle Larson. Let's go back to the restart. Got some audio from race leader Bubba Wallace. Dummy does not start with B.
It's amazing how much more fun you can have on the radio when you screw something up and you're leading.
When you're leading, yes.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And we've heard from the judges, nicknames do not count. His given name is Darrell, that's a D. Wallace, that's a W.
This is
wrong.
This is an easy fix. The judges need replaced.
I like that clarification. It's kind of like that changing tires in somebody else's pit last week. You can change the tire to be safe, but you can't work on your car.
No adjustments.
Here we go.
Safety issues only. Well, there's Chris Buescher right in the middle of it. With Dylan Chevy on the bottom and Hamlin's Toyota up top. Dillon and Allmendinger. Ryan Priest has cracked the top 10.
Yeah, and if this goes the whole run, this is going to be really interesting at the end. It'll be the longest run, like you said, that we've run all day. When you get into those extra laps, you just don't know what you have with the car. Some guys will be much better than others, and usually it's the guys that are right up next to the fence. They can make up the most ground.
With Priest there going after Allmendinger for ninth place. Regan?
Well, Mike, you're absolutely right. Ryan Priest's team has methodically all day improved the race car. For the most part, it had been too tight most of the day. They were trying to keep up with the racetrack. They felt like the racetrack kept tightening up. And give that pit crew some credit as well. Some wonderful stops on pit road. I got handed a note sheet that said 8.69, two stops ago. It gave him 6 positions. And then the 3 car of Austin Dillon. They've been very good as well. Just slowly making gains on the car, not doing anything drastic to it. A little tight taking off earlier on. Right now he's doing the same thing, just needs to be a little bit tighter on entry.
Going run after Tyler Reddick here. He was up as high as 4th, but now backslid to 7th and into the clutches of Dillon.
Yeah, think about when you used to race at RCR, Clint. What our MO was always at the end of the race, when you were the best. It was always a long run car. Was always around at the end of the race, and that's kind of the day that Austin Dillon has had today.
Here's 100%.
It needed it. All the races I was
my first one, all of them. Right here, managing those tires. It's a good track for him, though. I mean, can't take anything away from that driver.
Well, Larson's been into the wall again.
We need a Larson wall counter.
I think that's 17. I've been trying to keep track of that. It's 7.
That was 17 through 20 right there, Clint.
No, the judges. Go back to the judges. Only counts as one.
All right.
At the Chili Bowl, it only counts. It doesn't matter how many times you roll over. It only counts as one flip.
Yeah. Just because you flip 17 times doesn't mean you get 17 flips out of it. All right. That's one count. This side of this car is going to be see-through, though.
Well, it started in practice.
Ty Gibbs was hopeful of a good day. He stayed on the lead lap pretty much all day. He's back at 25th right now, 10 seconds off the lead. Battling out of car one on exit. Busch, Keselowski, and Nemechek. So back up front to Bubba Wallace.
Sam looks so lost.
His last win came 84 races ago, Kansas, September of 2022.
But I know what's going on in the
second
race.
lead on Alex Bowman.
Can't say enough about Alex Bowman. They have taken care of business this weekend. Set on the pole, running second. Can it be their weekend?
I have the dog.
Back at third, Chase Briscoe. What a turnaround for this team. 2.4 seconds off the lead.
And like we talked earlier, I mean, it's just it's a run that they needed, just a solid day. Chase always pretty good at this racetrack. We know Kyle Larson is really good at this racetrack. Probably, if you asked him, it'd be a terrible day because he's running fourth.
Denny Hamlin led earlier for 15 laps. Solid top five right now. Fired off fourth on the last restart, running fifth.
This is
Chris Buescher.
Exactly what you expect out of Buescher. 11th, 13th, 11th, 6th. Money's on the line, pay windows open.
6th place.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick right here. We expected him to contend for the win. He hasn't been in a position to do that all day.
Last year's winner of this race, that's a bit of a surprise, as Austin Dillon tries to take the measure of him here for 7th place at what is one of Dillon's best racetracks. It's definitely A.J. Allmendinger's best racetrack. Tied for the best average finish here for drivers with 5 or more starts in this 7th-gen car.
Always intriguing to see what tracks are good. Ryan Preece, he's had a great run. He's had a great season. Hasn't had all the finishes with the where he's been running during the races, but he's ran well. He's led laps. He's won stages, and now he is in a position to get another top 10.
Yeah, third last week, running 10th right now. Zane Smith running 11th in the 38 for front row, recovered from a speeding penalty back at lap 40. Quite well, I might add. Because that penalty came on a green flag pit stop. He had to serve the penalty under green. That took it back a bit. Here we go, pass for the lead. Look at this.
Here goes Bowman.
Look at the run on that outside. Oh, he had to lift, Kevin. Lifted. Big time momentum going to the 48.
Bowman's going to take it. I don't know.
Not clear. Still there.
Remember, these two are not best friends. They had contact at Chicago post-race.
Yeah, and this 23 car, he knew right there. He said, if this 48 car clears me, and there
Bowman
he goes.
clears him.
Alex Bowman's able to clear Bubba Wallace for the lead.
With 33 to go. Larry, what are the trends telling us?
Well, Mike, I looked at the 3 races that we've been here to Miami with the Gen 7 car the last 3 years. Average of the last caution, not that late in the race. Lap 246, around 21 laps to go. No overtime finishes with this Gen 7, but the trend in 2025, 2 out of our 5 races, has ended in overtime.
This race had a lot of long green flag runs. Other than the stage breaks, only 2 other caution flags today.
Briscoe caught the wall a little bit in the center of 3 and 4, slowed him up. Here comes the 5. He's running right in his line, though.
This is for 3rd place.
Yeah, and you see the back of that 5 car step out on the bottom of the racetrack. We know at this point in the run, he wants to be up against that wall.
And I think at this point in the run, to your point right there, Kevin, I think the 5 car and his ability to run way up on that outside wall, deep into these runs, could prevail, but he's got a long ways to go and some tough cars to pass.
Well, there you see A.J. Allmendinger going by Austin Dillon for 7th place, and that is going to allow Reddick, nope, not going to quite make it, but A.J. Allmendinger making his way back towards the front.
Reddick back to 9th with Ryan Preece closing in. Not able this time to take 9th away. Keeps nibbling away at it here.
There he says pull right there. He wants you to pull that side draft, so that means get up next to that car as close as you can to dump all that air on the back spoiler.
We'll have to regrid and try again. 29 to go. Just outside the top 10, Justin Haley, Zane Smith, Noah Gregson, and Joey Logano, who has come back from being a lap down. Got the free pass last caution and has fought his way up to 14th place. Larson and Hamlin for fourth.
I was talking about the 5 and its long run speed, but I might be wrong here, Kevin. It's Hamlin's. Briscoe already went by him. Hamlin's doing the same thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the 5 is as good this run as he has been in the previous runs throughout the race. So Denny Hamlin has been pretty even on the long runs with what the scenarios that we've had before. So we'll be able to find out if he's able to complete this pass.
Just look at the lap times alternate between them.
And over the last 5 laps, these two have been the 2 fastest cars on the track. Even as they battle side by side.
Briscoe, really good lap by him.
You immediately just slow both of you down, but you know you can't give up the spot as you see Kyle Larson pull Denny Hamlin off. That's brought Chris Buescher right to their back bumper.
Kyle looks loose to me, Kevin.
Briscoe and Reddick right now, fastest cars on the track that lap, as Christopher Bell, who is 1 lap down, makes a pit stop.
Well, we heard Reddick talk earlier about his car not taking off and how bad it was on the short run. So being the longest run of the race, maybe he'll be able to make up some more ground than what he has in the runs earlier in the race. Kind of frustrating as a driver when you come to your favorite racetrack, you expect to go win, spend most of the day running 7th, 8th, 9th, and sometimes that's more frustrating than going to your worst track and finishing 7th or 8th.
Let's take a look at our 9 most recent winners on 1.5 tracks, and note who is not amongst them. These are the most recent winners at Miami. And the names that are missing, how about Bowman, Wallace, and Briscoe? Your top 3 right now.
I'm watching Briscoe just said his name, and I'm watching his lap times, liking what I see. He's starting to run down Wallace, taking back a little bit. Gonna have to pass on quick though, running out of time. Bowman is laying great lap times out front with the clean air.
The other interesting thing that has happened is as you look at Alex Bowman here leading this race, he's going through turns 3 and 4 right now, but as he gets to the other end of the racetrack, the shade is starting to cover almost the whole corner. And when that shade starts to creep over the wall, you even see the shadows of the walls right there on this end of the racetrack. But when you see that shade like that, it really makes the grip level go up in all portions of the racetrack, and it makes that top line a little less dominant. I wonder if that's what has slowed Larson down a little bit, is all the rest of the lanes have become a little better through 1 and 2.
You see from shade back into sunshine as you exit turn number 2. It's Ryan Priest. Bubba Wallace and Alex Bowman have the 2 fastest laps of the race. Wallace is the quickest at 167 miles an hour. That's worth a championship point. It holds up for the rest of the day, and I think it will. Next Sunday, let's go short track racing. One of NASCAR's most venerable tracks, Martinsville Speedway, just above the Virginia-North Carolina line. Pre-race at 1:30 Eastern, green flag at 3, and you see it only on FS1.
Love that racetrack. Can't wait to get there. Can't wait to be home. We've been on the road a while, boys.
Are we listening on Bubba Wallace?
We believe he will fall back to you as far as the wear here in the ears. Make sure you have something left to fight with.
Well, they've both stopped at lap 213 for fuel and tires.
Can't back up too much and give up because you got Briscoe coming right on him from the rear, catching him.
And the other thing that happens when you're leading the race, you have clean air. And that is as important as anything that you can do, even if it's a little balance shift or you lose a little bit of time to the second place guy. They're going to get to a certain point and then it's going to be even again.
20 laps to go.
They have definitely moved down on that racetrack, Kevin. You said it, you nailed it all over. The shade down in 1 and 2 has kind of migrated the whole pack down just a little bit.
But every lap that we inch closer to the end of this race is further than we've been. We're going to have to go further than we've been. And I still believe that's going to bring an advantage to Kyle Larson and that high line as you get closer and closer to the end of this race. Now, what do the cars in the front do? Do they tank that last 8 to 10 laps, or do they maintain this speed? So we don't really know. The 23's saying that maybe the 48's going to fall back to him. But
I'm picking up what you're putting down, and I agree with you. I think eventually these guys getting down to the closing laps, you know that 5 car is going to throw caution to the wind, much like he did in the Xfinity race and everything else. When he went to the whip and put that thing on the board, decided to go for it, he picked up. He was a second faster yesterday than they were.
Ninth place battle right there, down the front straightaway. Ryan Preece and Austin Dillon. Well, in case you missed it, we're inside of 20 to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Contact on pit road. Joe Logano, Austin Cindric there, and Christopher Bell, a harmless spin at lap 70. Put us under caution for the first time today. Larson, Berry, Logano, Hamlin, 4 wide on pit road. That did not work well right there. With Berry and Larson around, and Justin Haley held up. Ryan Blaney led the most laps, led 2/3 of the laps today until his engine let go. He and Carson Hocevar, the only cars out of the race right now.
Kevin, it's happening. Just like you said, 34.53 for Larson, 73 in front of him, 69 in front of him with Wallace, and an 87 on your leader. 53 is flying.
the only problem is he's got a car in front of him that's in the same lane, so his advantage to get there has been great, but now he's going to have to deal with Chase Briscoe being in that lane. So his best bet at this particular point is to have that 48 back up and back everybody into a corner to start a 4-car race.
It's a timing thing, and I think he did a great job of that yesterday watching the Xfinity race, of timing when to do that, catch them getting into one, make a slide chop, get in front of them.
And I do think you have more options in 1 and 2 now that the shade is there to, if you can stay on their bumper off of turn 4 to have a little more grip than what you've had all day in those lower lanes.
That's 7/10 of 2 laps.
4 cars in the fight, and 2 of those last names begin with B. We might just continue that string.
Don't go anywhere. This is shaping up to be a great finish. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this. Bowman's got to go. He is the showman. He was the fastest car yesterday. Started on the pole. Can he get it done?
Fastest car that lap among that group was Kyle Larson. Now remember what happened.
The slide job I'm talking about, right? Caught him at the right time. That was a timing thing and a good job. That's exactly what we watched him do in the Xfinity race yesterday.
And
Larson passed Briscoe for third.
As Larson gets up,
I don't know if Larson will be able to catch first.
To catch these leaders and get to mixing it up, that might drag Chase Briscoe back into this race. So we'll see if he can make it up.
14 laps to go. Remember what happened here last year, where the last 3 laps were led by 3 different drivers. And on the final lap, it was Ryan Blaney leaving the outside for Tyler Reddick, who ended up in victory lane, the 3rd different leader in the last 3 laps. Bowman picks it up, a 68 to Larson's 70, Briscoe's 52. Here's Bowman's radio.
You know, they let him lead the to know about Larson. He's ripping up there. Hopefully these guys check him up. I don't want to get him spun out yet. We'll see. Yeah, agreed.
You knew that was coming. He got up there on them boards, starts catching them. You knew they were going to start chattering, telling them what they're doing.
Yeah, in that lap, he was 0.3 better than both cars in front of him. Now that he was able to not have to make a pass and had a clean lap. So it's all going to come down to the timing of these passes and how long it takes him to get by the 23 car.
So what's happening? Get on your feet. Can he make this happen? Go, Cat, go. Run as hard as you can, Bowman. Got to stay poised in that car, though, Kevin. Don't move out of your line. Don't lose your momentum, your focus.
Well, that's good news for Larson right there. The first half of the corner, he spent with clean air in front of him. Bubba slid up there the second half of the corner, but that's not going to break the momentum of the 5.
It's there. Did he go for it here in 3 and 4? Yeah, here he goes. It'll be a slide job.
Really asked that. Have you ever seen him not go?
11 to go, coming to 10 to go. It's time to go. That's the question that answers
I don't know, man.
After that frustration,
I think Larson might catch him.
Kid wants it. We talked to him in the pre-race. You can tell. It bothered him. Made him mad. Larson won the truck race handily. Was leading yesterday's Xfinity race, and on a restart, Sam Mayer got in the back of him, lifted the rear wheels off the ground, and Larson couldn't go. It cost him the win.
And this,
but here he is.
Yeah, this run is playing right into his hands, being the longest run of the race, and being longer plays more into what he does inside the car.
It's going to force Alex to move up and change his line a little bit. I think it's very important to not lose focus of what you're doing. See, he's moved up on the outside of 1 and 2 now. He was running lower before. Don't get into that wall and beat yourself. Hand this thing to him. Well, Rick Hendrick has always said, we're not a 4-car team. We're one team with 4 cars and 4 individual drivers who are each out to get the best result for themselves. No team orders.
Bowman was faster last
There's
lap.
18. We're in the fence again. Doesn't matter. Go for it. 9 to go. Coming to 8. .6 of a second, and Larson was 1/10 quicker that lap. That's a lot better than it's been. Bowman's did a great job that lap. Answering a call, moved up in 1 and 2, Kevin.
And a lot of times when you move up like that and you've been running somewhere else on the racetrack,
Larson's catching him.
Losing a big chunk of
Larson's catching him fast.
He lost a little bit on this lap.
At this rate, Larson will catch him with 2 to go.
I think it's going to be before that, Mike.
He's already there. He's going to start getting a toe from him as well down the straightaways, but it's going to be more of a challenge in the center of the corner as well. See, he's in a fence again right behind him. He's starting to get into that weight. That's going to make that more of a challenge. This is not going to be a slam dunk, and Bowman is not going to go away easy. Don't hand it to him, though. If you're Alex Bowman, have to stay poised in the car, be disciplined, do not get in that fence.
And he already made the right move of putting this, now he's in the fence.
There it is. Watch it. Oh, he's in
Bowman in the wall. Larson passed him. Larson takes the lead. Bowman gets in the wall.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. Don't make that mistake. And when you haven't run that lane all day and you have to step up and try to do what Kyle Larson is doing, it puts so much pressure on the drivers because he does it. He does that 2 inches from the wall and can do it lap after lap after lap.
Jeff Gordon's reaction.
What do you do there?
Well,
you're going to win.
I think he wants to win, but I think he knows. I think he knows how important it is to get that 48 car to victory lane. Both of these guys, whoever wins is going to win their first race of the season, obviously, but I still believe that Jeff knows it's important to see his cars race, and he knows how important it is to get both of them to victory lane. One's got the boss's name on the side of it with HendrickCars.com, and we got Ally, who's been such a huge supporter of.
Here comes Bowman. Bowman back for the lead.
Oh
wait, no, sorry.
So there's big differences. In
I was fucking confused.
So either way, he wins.
He was lapping Brad.
That's exactly right. Good scenario to be in, but don't give up on it. How about 5 went back down to the bottom, forced 48 down lower as well.
But Bowman's not out of this.
Hendrick Chevy's 1-2. Toyota's 3, 4, 5. Wallace, Briscoe, and Hamlin. The first Ford is Buescher in 6th.
You cannot stress enough how close they are to the wall. That 5 has been in it too. That same thing can happen to the 5 and hand it right back. There he is. He's in the fence again. That'd be 19.
Here's Bowman's radio.
Yeah, momentum back on. Let's go. Come on, back off you think. Yeah, man. You broke momentum. Get his ass.
It's never over. We saw that last night
not
in the
over.
Xfinity race. We saw it in the truck race on Friday night. These races are never over. We've seen it time after time. So it just takes one mistake. Keep yourself close if you're Alex Bowman.
I think 5 got in the fence again, getting into 3.
I don't think he cares at this point. I think
2 to go.
It's different when he hits the fence. A lot of times he can keep the right rear just hitting the fence, and it doesn't grab the front. You saw when Alex hit the fence, it just sucked the whole car in. But Kyle has a great way of being able to bounce that right rear off the wall and keep that front from grabbing.
It's a very different race for Kyle.
Coming to the white flag.
Leads all the laps and has something happen. Get it around here to the white flag. A race is official 11 times. He's been here and only won once. That tells you how hard it is.
White flag is in the air one more time around at Homestead Miami Speedway.
For Larson, who's only led 18 laps today.
Yeah, I mean, he's flat out the best at riding the wall. We would consider him the best at this particular racetrack, and all weekend he has put on display exactly what we think with his talents.
Kyle Larson about to become the 3rd winningest driver for Hendrick Motorsports, behind Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson.
Here comes Kyle Larson.
Sweep for the weekend.
Here he comes. Kyle Larson is going to win at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Chevrolet wins in Homestead.
That's a big win for him. Good run for Alex Bowman. A heartbreaker. Did a great job. Great weekend. Good turnaround for Chase Briscoe on that 19. But you can't keep this man down. This man owns this racetrack, Kevin.
Always fun to win on a racetrack that you're supposed to win at. And as you said earlier, he definitely didn't go out and dominate today. We expected Tyler Reddick and him to go.
So it was an almost half-hour green flag run to end the race.
Ryan Blaney most of the day, but when the money was on the line at the end of the race, Kyle Larson's going to be in victory lane.
Great run by Bubba Wallace as well. Was solid all weekend long. A.J. Allmendinger in 7th, and then Buescher as well.
Yeah, Briscoe right there in 4th as well. They needed a solid day like that to get the ship back righted, but
yeah, Allmendinger is going to take sole possession of the best average finish at Homestead list. Reddick 8th, Ryan Preece 9th, 2 straight top 10s for Preece, and Justin Haley with a top 10.
I want to see the right side of this car again. There can't be much left of it.
It's the 14th win for Larson in the 7th generation Cup car, most of all drivers.
makes for some pretty smoke.
4 caution flags slowed the race. 9 different leaders, 27 lead changes. As we remain close to a record 6 races into the season.
Didn't get it sweet, but a good weekend. Truck Series win. Xfinity come up a little short in a heartbreaker. Took care of business today.
And by the way, at Bristol, Kyle Larson's running all 3 races again.
I think he's after Busch in that sweep. That's not easy. These guys are hot, Kevin. Hot day today. Long runs.
Boy, Alex Bowman drove a great race. Started on the pole. Was competitive all day, as was Bubba Wallace. Wallace led the second most laps today, 56 of them.
Well, what was left is now going to be at the start-finish line.
There he goes.
Shredded one of those rears.
Look at the right rear of that car.
Wow.
But having the confidence.
Here's Larson.
He's on another level with that because he's just not scared of it.
It ain't just confidence, though, the ability to do it. You said it. When he hits it, it's just different. Bowman got into it, and it stuck, just stuck him in there like Velcro. When he does it, he's able to keep the momentum and keep the right front out of the wall. Elk Grove, California. 32-year-old has his 30th career victory. Regan?
Well, Kyle Larson gets the helmet off and takes a deep breath, Kyle. You dominated a lot of races here at Homestead. This one looked a little bit different today, though. You had to earn it at the end there. Didn't dominate it, got a long run. How were you able to put it on the boards and make it so perfect that last run?
It was far from perfect. I gave up a spot and a half, almost 2 spots there by getting in the wall too many times. I knew I wasn't going to get the best restart there. I knew I wasn't good on the short runs, and just thought if I could hold off the 11 and the 45 behind me, I could get ring in the top and the 19 too, and then I got in the wall and let him by. But just kind of had to keep plugging away what I know and what's good for me. So just proud of myself, proud of the team. Just a lot of gritty, hard work there today between damage on pit road, qualifying bad restarts, all that stuff. So just super pumped. one of the coolest wins I think in my Cup career, just because of all the heartbreak I've had here, the heartbreak yesterday, and to just keep my head down and keep digging feels really good.
You mentioned all the heartbreak yesterday and different races here. As you get the lead there with roughly about 10 to go, what are you thinking? Are you just thinking no caution right now?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking every time I'm in the lead, especially here at Homestead. So yeah, just I knew me coming towards those guys, they were going to start, moving around and making mistakes. And, I felt like if I could just keep pressure on Alex, I would hope that he made a mistake. And he caught the wall there, and I got by him easier than I expected to. And still had to work hard, though. My balance, once I got in clean air, was really loose, just like those guys were. So hats off to the whole team, HendrickCars.com, Chevrolet, Prime, Valvoline, the whole Hendrick engine shop, everybody involved, Hendrick Automotive Group, lots of Hendricks. So shout out to Daryl Jackson too. I think you said you're gonna owe us a bottle of Pappy, so we'll go ahead and take that.
I think Owen's ready for a victory right here. Congratulations.
And Alex Bowman ends up leading 43 laps, and you were the leader until 7 to go. Alex, was it getting into the wall a little extra that did you in, or was there more to it?
Yeah, I guess I choked that one away for sure. Just kind of burnt my stuff up. Saw the 5 coming, so moved around a little bit, and not when he passed me, but the time before that, I hit it pretty hard with the right front and ended up just bending something enough that I lost a lot of right front feel. And then I pulled it off the wall too far right there, and I'm hitting the fence pretty bad. So, man, I hate that for this Ally 48 group. They deserve better than that, and just a couple of mistakes there. Felt like we were okay all day. That last run was probably the best we were, but hats off to Ally and Blake and everybody for supporting this 48 team. Hate it for Mr. Hendrick. Congrats to Kyle, and we'll go try to get another one this week.
All right, Alex Bowman gets his best finish of the year. He brings it home second, Mike.
Well, all of the top 4 drivers in today's race had their best ever Miami finish. Larson, Bowman, Wallace, and Briscoe each scored a personal best here. An entertaining race.
Yeah, it was entertaining for sure. And
Alrighty,
Kyle
y'all.
Larson did exactly what we thought he would
So
do.
I'm going to end
But he
this
didn't
stream.
dominate. He had a couple guys behind him.
My stream
with Alex
schedule for
Bowman
next
having a chance
week.
to win, Bubba Wallace right there at the end, and another heartbreaker
Tomorrow,
along the way.
Monday night,
Yes.
I'll be live
Blaney
at
leading all the laps and
9:55
doing the job that he
p.m.
was doing and
for
not
the
getting a
Bucks and Suns game
didn't do
in
anything
Phoenix.
That
Tuesday,
guy is
I will
special
not
around
be
this track. We
live.
all know that. We've seen the laps
Wednesday,
that
I will
that
be
he
live
runs
for the
here.
Celtics and the
uniqueness of his ability to
Suns
be able
at
to run on the
9:55
outside like
p.m.
That's a tall order to hold. I know that's
On
frustrating because you
Thursday,
feel like you gave
I'll
it
be
to him.
live for the Red Sox
Hell of a
opening
job
day
out of that
stream.
48
I'll be
run.
live
That
at
was fast all weekend long,
3:50
sitting on the
p.m. for
pole
that.
position second, not too shabby. And it's what makes
Friday,
Kyle Larson
I will not be
dangerous
live.
because he runs that high
Saturday,
with the
I'll be
whole
live
race,
for
and
the
then you try to
Xfinity
pop up there
Martinsville
and do
race
that, and it
at
becomes difficult to
4:45
do.
p.m.
You're not in a rhythm. You're not up next to the wall like
And
that
then
all day,
Sunday,
and
I'll be
boom,
live for the
make a
Cup
mistake.
Martinsville race
Join
at
Jamie with the
2:45 p.m.
Well, Bubba Wallace led 56 laps today, and he
Here's
finished his
Bubba.
third. I know it's not a win, Bubba, but you guys just needed to close the deal and finish the race as strong as you ran in the first two stages. How good was this one?
Oh, it was really good. I mean, we showed up here in Miami and had speed, and that's the first box you want to check. We all know when you're a race car driver, you want to show up and be competitive. And we were that. We fired off in the race and just okay, and it really made me think of, our balance is very similar to what we've had the last 2 years, and we've just been average. And so I was just praying for track position. My pit crew has been on fire. Tremendous amount of work has gone in the last 5 years of this team to get to where we're at. We're not where we want to be, but we are damn sure competitive each and every stop, and they got us up there, gave me a shot, and our Columbia Toyota Camry was just game changer. So got out front, and I didn't think I burned my stuff up. To start that last round, I thought it was very similar to the previous restart. But I don't know. I need to go back and study and look at what happened. Obviously not hit the fence and allow the 48 to get there. But all in all, hats off to my 23 group here. It's been a grind all year long. I'm talking like we have 20 races in. It's only 5, whatever it is. We just been getting kicked in the teeth last stage of every race. So finally closed one out. This feels good. I can't even hang my head over this. As pissed off as I want to be at myself, it's a good day. Awesome.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's go over to Chris Myers.
Hey, thank you very much.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to end this shit right here. Well, thank you all for watching, and peace.